The music's so nice. I've been listening to it for like way too long already. Like I like to listen to like the game music while I'm doing other things. Hello, hello. Let me get the green screen thing back. Here it goes. I got it. Don't worry. I'm a professional. Honestly, I almost forgot about stream today because I was so busy making food. Wow, what a cute little background. Wow. I was so busy making food that I like forgot and I was like, oh shit, I got things I need to do. Also, I spent a lot of today just coding and doing shit. So that was a journey. That was fun. I have decided that I will continue to learn RunPy, but I figured out the error that I was having in RPG Maker, so I don't have to worry about moving to a different engine in the middle of, you know, making the damn game. So that's good. That's, you know, you might hear noises, but it's just probably whatever's going outside or outside the apartment. And for dinner, it was supposed to be chicken legs with Brussels sprouts and rice. The Brussels sprouts and rice were done before the chicken legs. So I might, my hubby might come in and just bring the chicken legs. So I might eat them. Because they were taking so long to damn cook. Because they're on the bone. So I guess, whatever. It's a pain in the ass. I hate when food doesn't just do what it's supposed to do. Chicken leg delivery, yeah. What was that? There's just a noise. I'm so confused today. Sorry, I didn't mean this to be a chaotic stream. It's supposed to be chill today. It's supposed to be chill. I'm excited. And, like, a little sad. Because until your next game comes out, it's just going to be, you know, I'll be caught up. And then there's, you know, everything's coming to an end all at once and I can't handle it. But 'tis life, you know. 'Tis the world that we live in. I think that's outside. It's like so loud. Okay, whatever. But so many new games too. That's true. There are a lot that I have to like. I think next week's schedule is just going to be a bunch of question marks. Like, I'm not even joking. So I could just pop in whatever I feel like I can do in that time because I gotta like research and all that. So, not really a set schedule next week. And then also, it won't be Trauma Thursday because I'll be playing on the actual day that it releases, so it'll be Friday, and it's a whole thing. But I'll worry about that when the time comes, not right now. So let's get going. I already set the preferences to have the voice the highest and then have everything else. I think everything should be good right now. But at any point, if you can't hear the music or anything, just let me know. Frightening Friday. You know what? Honestly, it rings really well. And then I don't know what the other days are going to be. It's going to be a weird week next week, so. What is your name? Fuck, I forgot. I didn't think. This is what happens when you don't think. What am I feeling? I don't know why, but a T name stuck in my head. What can I make out of the T? Rent. I don't know. At this point, I feel like I should stick with it because it's like the first thing. You know what? It was meant to be. I'm not gonna even fight it. And Trent is he, him, I guess. Fuck it, whatever. Put him wherever. Trent time. I don't know why, but I don't know what the name Trent means, but I feel like it's a nature name, isn't it? If it's not, I'm changing it. Oh yeah, we get to have man moments. I forgot. You know what? We're coming full circle, you know? Wow. Trent name meaning. I have to know what it means. This is important to me. The Flutter. What? What do you mean the Flutter? Trent is a surname and a male given name, and it means the Flutter. It is generally associated with the River Trent, a river in Britain. Oh god. It may also be a short form of the given name Trenton. Okay, well, there you go. Fuck it. It's like, okay. Well, you know, we'll make that relevant, I guess. It's been a long day of travel and a long day of flooding. Not him being British. I know. Ew. This was a mistake. No, it's okay. We'll love him despite his flaws. It is gorgeous here. Holy shit. With the road beneath my feet, I journey from village to village. I seek shelter from cold nights and work to purchase food. I've been traveling for months now, through autumn and winter. This immediately gave me Spice and Wolf vibes, and I don't know why. I guess it's just like a traveling dude. I mean, that's really it. Wait. Oh, my cat is in here. Give me 1 second. We locked her in the room. Meow. It's okay, babe. Help's on the way. I know. Okay, good. Go. Girl, what are you doing? Go. Good lord. What a goofy goober she is. Oh. You would think today is my first stream of the week with how everything's kind of nonsensical. Let me out, meow, meow. She really was. And then, okay, so I open the door, right? And then she looks at me and she sits. Like, looks at the door, looks at me like, what? And I'm like, girl, didn't you just say you wanted out? Like, huh? So I had to carry her fat ass and move her through the door. Goodness. With the road beneath my... Oh yeah, I read this. I said Spice and Wolf vibes, and there is a character named something Lawrence. Chance Lawrence? Something like that? I don't know. I watched it a million years ago. Cats have an open door policy. They do! Now the snow is starting to melt, and wet grass started to sprout green again. Still, a cold wind whips through as I tighten my scarf. Okay, Trent has a scarf. I'm a hedge wizard. Oh, we're the hedge wizard! I really thought it was going to be the love interest. I was certain it was going to be Miri? I forgot. This is what happens when I don't read the game page. I'm a hedge wizard with nowhere to call home. Trent is the wizard. Oh god, British wizard flutter. I know basic magic, simple tricks and spells I used to get by, but one day I'll be a great wizard with an arsenal of knowledge at my disposal, I'm sure. There's only so much one can learn while being stuck in one place. There's a world out there, and I've been exploring it all. Everywhere I go, I learn something new, but I never stay for long. Many villages hate having a mage in their midst, fearing I'm there to curse their crops or harm their families. I've done neither, never have, but I've never flooded a place, I swear to God. They're scared he's gonna flood the place. They're like, well, your name's Trent, so... Jesus, that's become I'm so sorry. This name that I came up with has become the meme immediately of this fucking game. But I move on quickly. Anyway, Trent is an evil wizard. Exhaustion sits heavy on my shoulders as I wander along a dirt path. Through the trees I can see something in the distance. A tower with a blue shale roof that's covered in ivy. My eyes narrow as I stop in my tracks. What is this place? I know there's a small village nearby, some houses peeking over the tree line, but this tower is out of place. Knock it over. I knock on the door, not knock it over. Hello, hello, I hope I didn't miss too much. No, you have missed nothing. We are Trent, he, him, and we are a hedge wizard apparently, and I don't know where the name Trent came from. It just asked me for a name. I panicked, and Trent was the first thing that came to my mind, so I was like, okay, but what does Trent mean? So I looked it up, and it means flooding, and like it's a British name, and so I was like, so he's a wizard, and we're like... And it's become the immediate meme of this fucking game. Like, 2 seconds in, we've met nobody. There's no response again and nothing. Drawing a sigil in the air, I release a spell and unlock the door. Hello? Anyone home? That's Trent's voice. It should be British, but my accent is awful. I can't do it, so I'm not going to. Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know Trent had such deep lore. I didn't either. That's the fun of Gray's games, is we could build this character as we go. My steps are cautious as I step inside. It's dirty, unkempt, and sad looking. There are only a few pieces of furniture and plenty of books and things strewn about the floor. Everything is covered in a heavy layer of dust, and there are no footprints. I'm the first to be here in a long time. I grab a book and flip flip through it, and then another as I investigate my surroundings. One is an herbalist journal of plants found in the area, and the other details research notes about magical creatures. I grab more and more books, setting them beside me on a small table. I perch in an old armchair. There are notes about different spells and schools of magic. I know for sure now, even if the outside wasn't obvious enough, this is a wizard's tower. I've struck a jackpot here. There are so many things to study from whoever last owned this tower. Assuming no one else is here still, apparently. So, sorting the books, I get stacks of them organized. As I flip through the first few pages of understand the premise of the book, taking these with me would be life-changing. I don't mind stealing. I've never... Okay, wait. I usually play somebody who's like pretty... Trent's gonna steal. I don't mind stealing. Fuck it. Oh, wait. Did the music mean to stop? Did I do something wrong? Whoa. The wizard who lived here certainly doesn't need these anymore. They're long gone. It's been tough on my own, and I'll take the victories where I can find them. I float another book towards me as I read through it. This one is all about the intersection of arcana and natural magic. I'm absorbed by all this knowledge, and I pour through it. I read for hours, barely making a dent in the stacks. What else could I find here? I'm sure I can find something truly amazing, an ancient secret that leads to a powerful magic. I don't know what kind of character Trent's gonna be, but I just feel like I don't know. He's got a vibe, but I can't name what the vibe is yet. I only know I've fallen asleep because I startle awake the next morning as a book lays half open on my lap, and my neck aches from the awkward position I slept in. Are you actually stealing if no one knows that you do it? I mean, somebody's gonna catch us. In my lap, and my neck aches from the awkward position I slept in. Yawning and stretching, I rub my eyes. For months I've only slept where I could find shelter. Many times that was beneath a tree on the side of the road, if I got very lucky. I found a room at the tavern to get a warm meal, but my luck isn't usually that good. Being inside away from the cold is nice, and examine the fireplace. If I got some firewood, I could warm up in here. It's just gonna make ourselves at home, fuck it. I dust myself off. I need to find the most important ones. Key tomes and journals with tons of useful information. I grab another and sigils float above the pages in some type of arcana language. I can't read, I curse, flipping through it. Damn, I need a way to translate this. I can't let such a find go to waste. A sound pulls me from my search and my heart skips a beat. Has there been someone here? Is the wizard here? Summoning 2 wizards, 1 tower. What will happen? Summoned by my rifling through their belongings. The sound comes from down below me, and I cautiously make my way back to the front door, down the spiral staircase. Oh god, there's a pane of glass, but it's dirty, it's hard to see through. I unlatch the door and swing it open. Okay, cute, but also... And there's someone here, orange hair like the colors of dawn in a comfortable outfit. They offer me a bright smile. That's crazy for them to offer us a bright smile, considering that we're just, like, squatting, essentially.
Hi,
but
are you the new wizard?
Yeah, I am. And hello. Hello, Grace's voice. Great did the voice acting for this game, which is a nice surprise for anybody who doesn't know. I knew going in because I did a smidge of research. Just a little. What?
That's what old man Edmund said. He saw you head in the tower, and he said there hasn't been a wizard here in ages.
Yeah, well, I don't know who that is. I blink, observing their words. How long ago was there a wizard here?
I don't know. Wouldn't you know that? Aren't wizards supposed to know everything?
Are we gonna pretend that we live here and just, like, play it cool? I don't know how to reply to that until I see them grin.
Kidding. All I know is she was here way before I was born. Emmett said she used to help Littlewick. That's her village. Have you come to stay?
It's so good, yeah. You gotta do more. I glance behind me, even more books scattered on shelves and tables. I don't think I'll be here for that long.
Well, it'd be nice if you did. Spring's just around the corner, and I've heard the wizards are helpful for a community.
Oh.
Do you know spells that can help our plants grow or keep us safe?
I don't know shit, dog. I know how to flood a place. What do you need to be kept safe from? They shrug.
Monsters in the woods that creep around in the dark, ready to strike if anything walks too deep into the forest.
It's so sassy. Look at them. Just get a girl. Girl as in gender neutral.
Nah, no monsters here. But still, we could use someone who knows about magic. And you be paid. Do you want gold?
Sure. Fuck it. We're already stealing, might as well get some gold while we're at it. The little pose is very funny. They look over my shoulder into the dirty interior.
Or, consider this. I could help you clean up in there. It, looks like you could use this. And I'll bring you food and things you need.
This person is so nice. Holy shit. Like, you were the nicest person. We do not deserve your kindness. I don't stick around in one place. I can work with that. I think we're gonna go with the flow. I mean, I don't stick around in one place. Not sure pretending to be like a dark, brooding wanderer. That'd be perfect, actually. They light up.
Oh, I'm glad. I'll tell old man Emmett I'm returning with success.
Old man Emmett not gonna be on our ass when he finds Emotron. I glance at the books. There are a few stacked beside the door. If I stuck around, I'd have enough time to read them all. I'll stay until the end of the season. I can't promise beyond that.
Fair enough.
They hold out a hand.
I'm Miri, by the way. Really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Miri. You're so nice. I shake their hand and it's very warm. I'm Trent.
Huh, I like it.
I'm glad you do. I'm still unsure about it.
I can come by tomorrow with cleaning supplies and we'll tackle the tower. Nothing like a good spray cleaning, right?
Yeah. You better not get too close or you might clutch his arm. But I haven't even done anything to help your tower yet.
So, you can't live in a place like this. Everyone deserves a nice place to live.
I agree. And you have the time to help me? They click their tongue and shuffle a foot against the ground.
I've got a lot of free time. I don't mind helping out.
Miri, why do you have so much free time? Why are you so willing to help? Are you just this nice? Or do you also have a secret? Are you also trying to squat in here? Only one of us can squat at a time. They give me a friendly wave and head down the path. Miri stops suddenly and turns over their shoulder.
Do you have a favorite berry? Asking for a friend.
Strawberry. A strange question, but I think about it. Okay, mine is strawberry. Trent's is probably going to be the worst one, which is blackberry. Sorry, hate to break it to you. Blackberry's the worst, but Trent likes it because he's the worst. I'm joking, he's not the worst. He's just Trent, you know? He's just Trent. He's British, he's a wizard. He's not for everybody. He's a polarizing character, okay? Those that like him, those that don't, me, don't. I like blackberries. Bad taste blackberries are great. No, not compared to blueberries or like strawberries or whatever. He's just Trent. Anywhere else he'd be a 10. I didn't even realize. No, for real though. I actually have some in the fridge at the moment. Do you really? You gotta eat them in solidarity with Trent. They grin.
See you around.
Bye, Mary. I watch them leave and shut the door. The question isn't the only strange thing. The whole interaction has me confused. The same. I'm so used to being greeted with suspicion that Mary's friendliness shakes me up. Same. Well, they're right. This tower could use a thorough cleaning, especially if I'm going to stay here for a few months. At the very least, I'll have a roof over my head and food to eat, and most importantly, plenty of time to study those books and find whatever the wizard before me has left behind. Swiping a finger along a shelf, it comes back dusty and gray. Nice. In sighing, I wipe my hand and go back to reading. I'll wait until tomorrow when Mary comes by. Right now I have too much to study. Perching in the chair again, I dive into the research. I grab my journal and take down notes of everything I find. The next day arrives before I even realize it. I'm stiff and sore from sitting in that chair all night, and a few books I skimmed are piled up beside me. There's a knock at the door this time, and I'm sure it's Miri. I get up with a small groan and head down the staircase.
Good morning. You look like you slept well.
We didn't. They don't sound particularly convinced. I was up late reading.
Have you eaten anything yet?
No. Just the blackberries from yesterday. I shake my head. I only have a few of my travel rations. There's a kitchen on one of the tower floors. Ooh, chicken time!
Sorry about the loud washer. It's on its last.
No, it's okay. I was really confused. I was just like, what's that noise? Thank you, dear.
Do you have a drink?
I have a water. I'm good.
Would you like tea?
I would like it, yeah. If it's cold. If not, just forget about it.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Thank you. I got chicken. And more veggies. I guess we just always eat on stream now. It's because of my poor time management. I got Brussels sprouts. See, I don't like blackberries, but I like Brussels sprouts. I realize that my taste is polarizing. So good. Hopefully that chicken's good too, because I waited this long for it. I shake my head. I only have a few of my travel rations. There's a kitchen on one of the towers. Oh wow, he was about to eat. I eat. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Studying that I haven't focused on anything else.
I made these for you.
Aw, what do you make me? They hand me a carefully wrapped plate. There's a batch of muffins with blackberries. Oh, they smell delicious. Look, okay, now here's the thing. Blackberries on their own are one thing. Blackberry muffins, on the other hand, are a complete other thing. Mary grins and takes off a satchel. They dig around inside while I grab a muffin. It's delicious and warm, but not overly sweet. These are really good. They giggle as I talk with my mouth full. Yeah, making the sound muffled. I cover my mouth, swallowing before talking. You didn't have to bring me this.
Yeah, but I wanted to. Someone's got to show you the hospitality of Little Wick.
What's your end game, Mary? Have you lived in the village for long? They place their hands on their hips and pull out a few things to clean with.
Yeah, I was born here. Do you know where the broom is?
That was avoidant as fuck. Okay, no I don't. I don't live here. They start searching for the broom instead of answering my question. Honestly, I haven't noticed anything that isn't a book. Mary's secretly evil confirmed. They're both secretly evil? That's actually hilarious if that was true.
Aha! You keep eating, you look like you could use it. I'll get started downstairs.
Okay. You don't have to do everything by hand. I can use magic to help.
I don't mind. It gives me something to do and it's a good way to keep in shape.
I mean, you're not wrong. They head downstairs while I stuff my face with muffins. They're right, I am hungry. Once I'm done eating, I meet them downstairs. They've swept the stairs and much of the floor, brushing it outside. It's nice with the door open as it lets in the fresh air. Birds chirp in the distance.
So, where are you from?
I start helping by cleaning off the surfaces around me and getting things organized. I'm not really from anywhere. I've been traveling for as long as I can remember.
Even when you were a kid?
Even then, we moved a lot, selling little things we collected or made to buy food. They rest their weight on the broom.
Doesn't that get lonely? Always being on the road? Never stopping to make a home?
I mean, we could change that. I don't mind. I'd love to have a home someday. I feel like Trent's just like, we just go with the flow. I don't mind. Pun intended. Go with the flow, water, Trent. Haha. I shrug. It's never bothered me. That's just how life is. You go somewhere new, learn what you can, then off to the next place.
What about friends? Do you stay in contact with friends you made and left behind?
I have no friends. I'm not around long enough to make any. Oh my gosh, he is becoming emo. Oh no. That would bother to write me a letter. Not that they could ever find me. Anyway.
Sad.
That is sad. We're a loser. I don't mind it. I go back to cleaning. There's a cabinet full of dishes, and I use a water spell to start. A water spell! Oh my gosh, I'm so right. Holy shit. This is crazy. Oh! Thank you! I forgot we had ice. There you go. Thank you. Love you. Yum yum. Just a whole ass meal at my desk here. And Miri. And Miri stops sweeping and watches in amazement. What?
Nothing. Just, I've never seen magic before.
Oh.
I thought wizards slung fireballs around and created lightning to fight dragons. Have you fought a dragon?
Hell no. Definitely not. It would eat me alive. I'm not a lightning and fire kind of wizard. My magic is simple, but there are a lot of magical tomes in there. I'm sure I can find something in this tower that can help you face a dragon and win. Yeah, I'm sure you could. Showing off, I cast a spell that... Of course I'm showing off. I cast a spell that dusts off the tablecloth before gently draping itself over the dining table. Despite its simplicity, Mary's enraptured.
That's incredible.
Mary, come on. You're better than this. They glance at the broom and realize they've just been standing there in awe. They quickly go back to cleaning. We work quickly together, and with a bit of magic, we begin to tidy the place up. There are cupboards full of dishware, and I examine each one and mend the cracks. The wizard must have had a lot of guests over.
I asked Edmund about her. He said that people were always coming in and out of the tower when he was a young boy. He only knew her for a few years when he was really little.
Oh. Mary's folding immediately. Trent must be hot, and that's annoying. He's annoyingly hot. Like, he shouldn't be, because he's a wreck. He's a disaster. What happened to her?
He said she just left. Packed up one day and vanished. Didn't even say goodbye. The wind swept her away.
Not the wind blew her away. She left so much behind. What could have compelled her to leave like that? Trent must be annoying. Ah, for real, for real. Amanda, she's here. Unless she found something she sought to claim for herself. Whatever it is, maybe it's still here and I have to find it too. Yes. They gesture to my hands and I realize I've been mending the same plate over and over again. The pattern along the edges spreads across the entire plate, covering it in tiny flowers. I stop the spell and set it aside. Oh, we head up a level and tackle the living room. Mary sweeps, moving with the broom like a dance.
You don't have a fancy magic spell that makes music, do you? That'll make this easier.
And better. I'm not that kind of wizard either, I'm afraid. What a cool one. They hum instead. Oh, that's probably better. A cheerful sound as they shake out the curtains. Oh, a visitor. Thank you. There dies the charm. I got napkins. He's very thoughtful. And added them to the shelves in order. Mary glances over their shoulder. Trent starts playing emo music. He just plays Cancer by My Chemical Romance, which I really love. Mary glances over their shoulder and watches in approval.
You make a good librarian if you ever want to retire from this wizard business.
You think so?
Maybe that's where the old wizard went off to in Sister Rush, to open her own library.
That's a crazy assumption, but I mean, it's as likely as anything else.
She probably would have taken all her books with her, though. It'd be nice if we had a library in Littlewick.
It would be. Do you like to read?
A little. I don't think I'd be fond of these.
Yeah, no, they're probably boring as shit. They cracked one open to prove their point, gesturing to the dense and complicated arcane text.
It'd be fun for me to learn how to shoot ice from my fingertips.
I mean, do it, girl. Again, girl, big, gender neutral. I gotta stop saying it. Thank you, person. It doesn't sound right. Honestly, that would be such a mood, though. No, for real. They show their moves, thrusting their hands out as if casting a powerful spell with a laugh. Your form might need a little work, but you have the enthusiasm to— Not him negging them! Like, they got it. Don't worry about it.
How does one become a wizard anyway?
Yeah, when I say girl, I do like G-U-R-L. But I've gotten in trouble for that in the past, so let's not do that. I'll do better. How does one become a wizard anyway? Years of study, practice, trial and error. It helps if you have a magical blood to begin with.
Do you?
I don't know. I do. My family were wizards as well. It's where I got my first lessons. Born into it. Nice. So didn't have to work a day. That's a joke. Why do I hate Trent so much? He hasn't done anything. Mary tackles the fireplace next, using the broom to sweep the nooks and crannies. They gasp and I whip my head around.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
I don't know! That was a cute delivery line. Wielding the broom like a weapon, they hold it shakily in front of them. I rush over and stand between them and the fireplace. I crouch down to peer inside. What did you see?
I don't know. Something was moving.
It was Santa Claus. Oh, they're little dust bunnies. Aww. I take a closer look, and amongst the old soot and ash, little creatures are moving around like little dark spheres with big round eyes. They squeak and look up at us while hopping, and down it sends soot flying. I let out a sigh of relief. This is adorable. It's fine. They're not going to hurt you. One jumps up onto my hand and looks at me with big eyes. Wisp of magic swirl around it. Mary peers over my shoulder.
What is that?
It's a dust bunny. An elemental. They form in places of powerful magic. These guys are pretty tiny and not harmful. The wizard must have used lots of magic around the fireplace, and they rose from the ashes and soot left behind. Oh, that's cool. I like that little detail.
Okay, it's kind of cute. Much less scary than I thought.
It squeaks again and hops off my hand to run around the fireplace with its friends. Only problem is how to get rid of them. They'll track soot all around the house if we run free.
Can they just live in the fireplace when it's on?
They could. They probably love that.
Have they been here alone all these years?
Oh. Well, they have each other, but they're not like you or me. They don't have a sentience. Destroy them? We just actually be evil? I kind of want to see what happens if we just destroy them. Like, I know it's bad, but it's like... They're so cute. Destroy them. I raise a hand and cast a simple breeze spell. It scatters them back into ash and soot.
They're gone?
Yeah. It'll help keep things clean. Isn't that what you wanted? They stare at the now empty fireplace. Oh, we disappointed them. We got 0 riz. They close their room and go back to cleaning.
There's plenty of firewood around here. I'll bring some by tomorrow.
Oh. That'd be helpful. Thank you. It gets cold at night. Okay. Is it I hate Trent, or am I making him into a person I actually do hate? I have created this monster. We head upstairs to another room in the tower. This must have been the wizard's bedroom, and it's fallen into the same state of disrepair. Mary tugs at the bed sheets, brushing aside a layer of dust that we're now going to destroy.
Wait, you didn't sleep here last night?
No, I've been sleeping on a chair, I guess. No, I slept in the chair downstairs. I was right. Okay. They put their hands on their hips and frown at me.
Why? This is a perfectly good bed.
Kind of weird to sleep in somebody's bed that you don't know. I didn't even know this was here. I didn't look around much. Yeah.
You didn't look? You're in a wizard's tower and you haven't even explored it?
Yeah,
you sleep
we're
all
done.
cramped up and you've barely eaten anything? What have you been doing?
Reading and nothing else. I told you, reading. Okay. They click their tongue, shaking their head.
Well, we're gonna fix this place up and make it nice for you to live in.
That's very nice of you. What does it matter? I've slept in far worse places, usually outside. I'm just grateful for a roof over my head.
Because you deserve to have a comfortable place to sleep, food to eat, and a fire to keep you warm. Everyone does.
Trent is only emoing. He has no time for anything but emo. Sighing, they open the window and let fresh air in. They sweep all the dust out. I find a few things tucked away in cupboards, extra blankets and pillows we set up around the room. Crouching to check beneath the bed, there's a small box. I pry it open with a magic spell and pull out a locket. Mary peers over my shoulder.
It's beautiful. Is it magical? It looks magical.
Maybe, probably. I carefully examine it, a trace sigil in the air, and cast a spell to see if it has a magical signature. I think it is, but the enchantment has grown weak.
Do you know what it was?
Some type of protection spell? I can't get it open. I try and wedge it open and then use a spell. The magic just shatters against it.
Maybe the enchantment hasn't faded that much.
Guess not. I set it aside for later when I can dig into it. Trent's the kind of guy that you give him a jar to open and he can't even open it. Useless. Fucking useless. We spend the day cleaning up, and with Mary's dedication and my magic, we make good progress. When they're ready to go home, they offer me a smile.
You can come over for dinner if you want. They're making soup.
Hell. Oh. I was trying to say hell yeah, but then I just interrupted myself. I shuffle where I stand. No, I wouldn't want to impose.
You wouldn't be.
Thank you, but I'd better not. I still have those muffins you made me. And yeah, I could just survive off of muffins, I guess.
It's not really dinner.
No, it's not.
Well, if you're sure, but you're welcome anytime, okay?
Thanks, Mary. They give me a last wave and I watch them leave before closing the door. It's a nice offer, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. I know I promised that I'd stay in town for a bit, but I like my solitude. Having them in my house today was more than enough social interaction. Your house? I mean, I guess you've claimed this spot as your own, but it's just crazy to be like, okay, well, I live here now. And this is my place, but I'm not going to sleep in my bed. He's too busy being emo and brooding. He's actually brooding. Oh my gosh, he's doing what Fenris did in Dragon Age 2. He's just squatting in the mansion. It's the same. He's Fenris. Oh no! Except more annoying. We're just more annoying Fenris. Oh no! I head back to the bedroom and collapse on the bed. Mary's right, it is nice. Oh my god, it's connecting. I reach over to the bedside table and look the locket over. I spin it around my hand. It's like if Anders and Fenris had a baby. That's what Trent is, apparently. At least there aren't dead bodies everywhere. That's true. That's very true. Or are there? No, not or are there. What secrets do they hold? It doesn't answer and I fall into a deep sleep. Mary returns the next day to help me clean some more. We organize the place and make it feel tidy and comfortable.
Oh, before I forget, Old Man Edmund has a favor to ask.
Oh, what is that? Is that really his name? Old Man Edmund? No. No. Why would that be his fucking full government name? Are you stupid? Oh, you are? Oh, okay.
It has been for as long as I remember. Even when I was a kid, he was called the Old Man. Now he's in his 80s? 90s?
Good for him. That's pretty old. The name makes sense. Fucking idiot.
Right? Anyway, he asked if you had anything for his hands.
They held out their own to
They've
demonstrate.
been cracked and dry all winter, and they get that way whenever we go long periods without rain. Are you an herbalist? Do you know how to make things like that?
No, that would make us useful, and we're not, so... With the right ingredients, yes. A simple herbal balm would be enough to soothe the
I
skin.
know he'd appreciate it. What do you need to make it?
I'm just being so mean. It's just so funny. Like, why are we... We were cursed to just be this. I know you'd appreciate it. Sorry. What do you need to make it? Most of the stuff I already have here. I'd need Niseti. It's an herb that grows in forested areas.
I've never heard of that, but I do know the woods pretty well. How about we check there?
Sure. We? Not we! Be nice to them.
Well, I can help you. Many hands make short work, right? What does it look like?
Green and leafy. This son of a bitch. I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna punch him to fucking fight him.
Helpful.
Yeah. I close my eyes for a second and hold up my hand. We need a spray bottle for Trent. Well, that's the thing. They're probably like a water or whatever. So, like, dancing above my fingertips is an image of an herb. It has little green leaves over a short stem that tapers off at the end. Mary's eyes grow wide. It's a simple spell, but they're still amazed. Many people are fascinated with magic, I've found. I used to run tricks and illusions on street corners for a few coins. But many are also suspicious. This is a nice break from that. Let's go. Not him also being like a magician. Oh my gosh. We're fucking... What's that magician's name? I got it. It's like... Something Angel. Chris Angel, right? That's the one? We're just Chris Angel. We look like Chris Angel. He is Feathers. This is actually... It's exactly like talking to Feathers. It is. Let's go find it. Maybe he's just... Maybe Trent has a very sad backstory, okay? But they're also a dumbass. Mary leads me outside, boots crunching in the snow. They shiver and rub their hands together.
I should my scarf. I'm so tired of this cold weather.
Give them our scarf. We have one. Yes. No. Okay, it's this one. It'll work. Fenrir says the most fuck-ass things, and you just have to put up with it. It's true. And you're just like, dude, chill. Like, it ain't that deep. But we love him for it. We do. No, we're gonna warm them up. We're already an asshole. Like, I wave a hand over them, casting a spell. Instantly, their clothes and body warm. They look down, watching the tendrils of magic encircle them.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mary. It's warmer in the forest as sunlight breaks through the trees. I've studied enough arcana to recognize magic-touched areas. I trace my fingertips against a tree, rough bark grating against my touch. I think the wizard who lived here left more than a few parting gifts. This place is full of magic.
It is? It looks normal to me.
I can feel it. The leaves rustle in the wind, birds chirp. The air smells sweet and clean, and I take a deep breath of it all. It's so pretty. It's so ethereal. Can I live here, please? Mary kneels in the dirt and searches through the plants and flowers. They pluck one and hold it out.
I know this isn't the herb you're looking for, but what if we brought a few of these back for the tower? It spruces the place up.
Yeah, that's a good idea, especially since many of these are enchanted.
Enchanted with what?
When there's a lot of powerful magic performed in the space, over time the environment reacts to it. Those plants absorb that magic, making them hardier. It's useful for spell components and potion ingredients. I kneel with them and search for Niseti, looking over each plant. They're drawn towards my hand, leaning towards my touch. Maybe they can sense my magical presence too. Last night when you were leaving, you mentioned that you lived with somebody else?
Oh, yeah. Moved back in with my parents.
Felt that. Back in.
It's just more convenient, you know? We're all looking out for each other, helping out where we can. I don't mind it. Most people do the same in Littlewick. It's a real small town.
This music is great, but it's overpowering the voice acting, so hush. Hush a little bit. Hush.
Old Man Edmund has his children, their children, and his great-grandchildren at home. They have the biggest house in town.
They breeze past my question, and I decide not to push it, and instead focus on— What are you hiding, Mary? You know what? It's fine. I don't care. You could be hiding a dead body. It doesn't matter. So on the task at hand. They hold up a plant that looks similar to Niseti, but I shake my head. No, the leaves are the wrong shape. They're more pointy than it should be.
How do you even remember all of this?
I'm a nerd. I take lots of notes and keep up with my studies. I have a good memory. I'm sure you do. For real, this would be the best place to live. No, not— yeah, this is ideal. We continue searching until I eventually find what we're looking for. Aha, here it is. I grab a handful. He's a loser. I can make that remedy now.
Perfect. I guess I wasn't that much help.
No, you were perfect help. Don't worry about it. You make good company. Okay, this is a romance channel, so we are gonna romance. But, like, I'm sorry, Miri. I could have done you better. But instead you get stupidly hot, weird-ass Trent. Gale of Waterdeep honestly would be this vibe. Loser nerd vibe. Okay, I love Gale, though. Okay, it's like if Gale was just more, like, fuckboy-y in my head. Mary deserves better. Too bad. You make a good company flirt. You're good company.
Really? Oh, thank you. You are too.
Not really. I don't know about that. Okay, well, at least he's self-aware.
You are. Look at all the things I'm learning.
They give me a bright smile. Mary holds up a few flowers.
At the very least, I have these for your tower.
Oh, Mary does deserve better, but the only available single in this area is Trent. And also, they seem to really like us, so at this point, it's actually kinder, you know? The Trent loser nerd derogatory.
Why not? You're living there. It's a
Oh, wait.
wizard's tower, and at the very
My bad. I don't know if it's my tower yet.
Why not? You're living there. It's a wizard's tower, and you're a wizard.
That's true. That's the only qualifications. I mean, a house is only built for people, so if you're a person and you go to a house, then it's like, well, now it's your house because you're a person and the house was built for people. So, logic's flawless, honestly. We'll see. You should see my fucking Bumble. Oh no. We head back inside the tower.
Can I watch when you make it?
Sure. Yeah, but it's not very interesting.
It is to me.
That sums up all of it. We're not very interesting, but to Miri we are, so fuck it. That's exactly. Beggars can't be fucking choosers, you know what I mean? When, what is it? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth? Like, that's exactly how real estate works. They take a seat as I set up what I need. I divide the ingredients into little piles, grinding some up in an old mortar and pestle. I mix them as per the recipe, carefully measuring each one out and adding it in. I stir, sparks of magic swirling inside to finish it. I pour in a pitcher of clear, cool water, and it comes to a rest. Mary just has a thing for wizards, and he's gotta be crazy hot like Fenris. Yeah, he's gotta be, like, stunning. Like, it's annoying, but I, like, envision that he has, like, dark hair and blue eyes. He's got black hair and blue eyes, and he's like, you know, got that very like handsome movie face, and just like, fuck off, we hate you. You'd be insufferable. Still affectionate if he didn't look like that. That's true. It's very true. He needs some time to visit, but he can use it as a balm to heal his hands and keep them soft. This should last him until next winter.
He'll be so grateful. Do you want me to take you to him so you can deliver it?
I hand them the container instead. Do you mind dropping it off? I mean, you're already going there. Fuck it, you do the work. They take it with a nod.
Yeah, I can do that. Do you not like going to town? You were in the woods just fine, right?
I don't like crowds. And he said so many people lived at his house.
I get it. Yeah, I can deliver it, no problem.
Oh.
Oh, here are all the flowers and stuff I picked. I set them aside over there.
Thank you, Mary. I can use magic to transplant them here.
I can come by tomorrow and help you finish cleaning.
I mean, you're not busy?
There's not a lot to do in Little Wick.
Then yeah, I could use your help.
I'll see you then.
Alright, till then. Fuck it. This is way different than I was expecting it to be. I went in with no expectations, and I never do. But like, this is an interesting, like, cute little story. It's like very slice of life fantasy. As they promised, Mary returns and we do a deep clean of the tower. We pull out various items that have been tucked away and plant flowers all over. I use magic to help them take root. No, actually, yeah, like, it's funny because sometimes I forget that it's you, so I'm just like, okay, we're just sitting here, you know, you just got a VA for this part, awesome. Mary even brings a few things over to help decorate and make it cozy. Old man Edmund sends over blankets, and his wife had made in thanks for the herbal balm. Oh. Ah! Oh! They made it look so cute in here! Ah! I want to live here. I gotta pee so bad. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm back. Decided to eat a little bit too. I was there. I was like, fuck it. So we don't go full mukbang. And the chicken's actually really good. I'm actually surprised. Doesn't really look that great, I'm gonna be honest, but tastes good. That's all that matters. Go pitch girl. Yeah. Trent got his flood powers in me. That was weird. Okay, I didn't need to say that. Alright, well, you know. He's an interior designer for... No, actually, like, she can come over. They can come over anytime and make up my fucking room. Because this is exactly what I would love. Also, I think this is the first game that actually, like, matches my fucking stream overlay. When we're done, I step back to take in our handiwork. It's brighter with the natural light coming through the now clean windows. The air smells sweet and it starts to look like home. But I'll only be here as long as I need to be. I still pore over the books in every night and learn something new each time. My journal is already filled to the brim full of notes. The locket still intrigues me. I've tried unlocking and dispelling spells to open it, but nothing works. I set it aside for when I finally strike on something that might work. Tastes good is all that matters. Exactly. I'm pulled from my reading again. This is becoming a habit when there's a knock at the door.
Hey, I made you this.
They are carrying a large loaf of freshly baked bread and set it down. In this past week, they brought over plenty of food and ingredients so I can make a proper meal each night. That is so nice. Like, if Miri wasn't here, we'd just be fucking collecting dust and reading books and not eating, I guess. Thank you, but you don't need to keep feeding me. We kind of do. They shrug and dust off their shoulders.
Don't worry. Hey, it's still warm if you want some now.
I do. I haven't had breakfast yet, and when I cut into the bread, it's soft and delicious.
I used to be a baker, so it's a nice excuse to make things for someone again.
Oh. I do. I like the springtime flowers cottage core. Really, in a way, it's perfect that we saved it for last. Like, I have really, I'm loving it. Used to.
Oh, I've been making for as long as I can remember. But I haven't done much recently. Having someone around who enjoys it helps me get inspired.
Oh. They brush aside the question and push on.
So, there's this lady in town. Her name is Amaya, and she was wondering, after what you did for Edmund, she wanted to know if you could help her.
Okay, they really need a city wizard, I'm assuming. Like, maybe that's why they're being so nice, is like, the wizard was super helpful in the town, and now that they don't have one anymore, they're like, okay, well, you need to stay. I mean, but they probably also like us, because they seem really nice. The chat delay is very high, just as a note. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I can make that tincture easily again. I still have the, necessity.
Oh, sorry, not about that. Do you know any spells or magic stuff to help with her garden? The ground is thawing, so she wants to start planting.
There's a potion she can pour into the soil to enrich it. It'll help the plants grow faster.
That's perfect. Oh, and she offered to make you clothes in return.
Oh, that's nice. When was there supposed to be a joy stream? The same time. I do it the same time I have a schedule. I'm writing. This is unfair. Cancel. Look, you're missing nothing. We're playing as this guy. We're playing as Trent. And Trent fucking sucks. He's basically Fenris, but if he was a wizard. So it's like if Gale and Fenris had a fucking baby. And apparently he's stupidly hot. And Miri's really into us. And Miri's better than us. And shouldn't really be with us. But here we are. So they're too good for us. You're supposed to tell me I'm a pea brain. Okay, from now on I will. I'll be like, Snacks, I stream. I stream now, Snacks. I mean, you are my mod, so I probably do need to actually notify you in case, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Okay, bet. I glance down at what I'm wearing. I don't own it, much in terms of clothing. Yeah, we probably wear some stupid rags, and could probably use some new ones. I can do that. Mary sits and watches while I pull out the stuff I need.
Are you gonna use a cauldron?
Nah, just a small kettle will do.
A cauldron is way more fun. Maybe Amaya can make you a pointy hat.
Well, we're not fun, Mary. I don't know if you picked up on this, but we're no fun at all. We actually suck a lot of ass, so we're not doing anything fun like a cauldron. They draw their fingers to the air to illustrate the triangle-shaped hat with a wide brim.
But you're not that kind of wizard either, right?
Yeah, the cool kind? Nope. That ain't us. I don't think anyone is that kind of wizard except those in those children's stories.
You could be the first.
Exactly. Exactly. 8. Mary's got such a sweet voice. You know what that voice is? It's Gray's voice. Gray did all the voice acting for Mary in this game. Surprise! They laugh as I prepare my ingredients, chopping up a root into workable pieces. Despite the mundane task, Mary watches with fascination. Ask them to help work on it yourself. No! We like them, let's ask them. And we've already been asking them to deliver messages and shit anyway. Do you want to help? Their eyes light up and they nod quickly. Okay, they just love helping.
What do you need me to do?
Just keep stirring while I add everything in, alright? They get right to work, their hands steady.
I'm used to stirring, at least with all the baking I do.
That's sweet. Gray, a fucking cutie patootie confirmed. Yep. It doesn't lie, the voice doesn't lie. I grab some golden rosemary. I love rosemary. Something I forged out of the woods. I crush it into a fine powder and sprinkle it in. It's potent for potions like this. The pot begins to boil, the low flame beneath it flickering. I wasn't expecting a sound effect. I cast magic into it by tracing a sigil through the water. With a wooden spoon, it turns bright green before paling. This is what happens when you eat too fast. I scoop into a glass bottle and cork it, giving it a good shake. You can give this to her. Just tell her to pour a little into the soil. It doesn't take much. Mary carefully takes it and gestures to the liquid that remains in the pot.
You got a lot left over. What are you going to do with it?
I give it another stir. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, why don't you use it for yourself? You've got space for a garden out front. You can plant potion ingredients and even get some fruits and veggies going.
That's true. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, because Mary came up with it. Of course. Mary nods and grabs the potion
I'll
bottle.
deliver this to Amaya. Since it's so warm out, why don't we get started? We can at least clear the snow and weeds away.
Are you sure you want to do this? You've helped me plenty already.
I told you, if you're gonna stay here, you deserve a home that's comfortable to live in. It's no trouble.
You know what, Mary, you're just making a house for yourself because we're getting married after this. I hope you know, so welcome home.
And I promise if you're gonna help people in town, I'd be around to help you out.
The helper helping the helper. They hold up the bottle.
Case in point.
They leave to drop off the bottle while I prepare. I grab a large basket and some old gardening gloves that I clean off with a spell. The snow has melted and drops of water drip down the doorway. I take a deep breath of fresh air and start to plan out where we can set up the garden, using magic to clear the last of the snow. There are a few things I've collected from the woods in my travels. I use a spell to transform the plants back into seeds. When Miri returns, they have a few seeds
Bought
as well.
them from the market in town. Figured you could use them.
Probably can. Yeah, Miri's the ultimate I can fix a person. Oh no! They get a cute house, all part of their evil. Honestly, good on Miri. Like, manipulate this man into living in his really cute tower house so that he can do all this other shit. And also he's hot, so you don't really lose much. So, you know what? This is working out perfectly. They grab a towel and start digging in the dirt to clear out the area. They get right in, not minding the mud on their knees. I do the same, only manipulating a spade with magic instead. Miri glances at the floating spade and laughs.
Cheater.
Yeah, we're a cheater, that's us. And we also steal. Wait till you find out about that. So he's a bit of a fixer-upper. No, really he is. They shake their head and continue. Oh, we're the ultimate project. If anybody could fix Trent, it's Miri. Wow, oh my gosh. Damn. That's honestly kind of beautiful. Hedge continues to work, covering the seeds back up. We separate the flowers from the herbs and the magical ingredients. We put the fruits and vegetables in a different area as well. I recall from reading that certain crops grow better when placed next to each other, and try to lay them out in a cohesive way. Wisps of magic begin to swirl around our ankles. I run my fingers through it, and it reacts to my touch by brightening. Little glowing lights like fireflies begin to twinkle off of our hands.
What are these things?
Not fireflies. Miri doesn't have a job, so Trent's their new project. This is what I'm gonna have to do now that I'm unemployed. I'm just gonna have to find a loser man. Just like make him better, you know? Except I can't do that. I don't think my husband would approve, but you know, maybe just like platonic. I don't think I could do that. I would hate it. Miri's better than me. I would hate that shit. Nature sprites drawn to magic at the tower.
Are they okay with us doing this?
Yeah, just play Dragon Age 2. It is a better use of my time. Are they okay with us doing it? I don't know. I nod and few float around towards them. They smile, holding up a hand as they land across their freckled arms. Oh, I think they like it. Look. They float to some of the places we planted, their magic seeping into the ground. They're helping. I poured the remnants of the growing potion I made, a little on every spot. The magic fizzles, bubbling in the dirt before it settles. Oh. Oh, how sweet. The sprite circle one path, encouraging the flowers to grow. Tiny green stems shoot from the earth, growing rapidly until there's a bundle of flowers that they fly over to Miri. They beam and hold it to their chest, tracing the petals.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're beautiful. The sprite light up, twirling around them with a soft glow. See, it was right there and Trent missed it. I think they like you. No. The line is, you are beautiful. They must miss having a wizard around. Shoo the sprites away. Wow. Can just actually be the worst. Wow. The only reason why we're not the worst is we're too busy trying to flirt. Plenty of loser men in that game. And I love them all. The flower petals are pulled by the wind and dance around them. They meet my gaze, their eyes warm. I think they like you.
You think so? I like them too.
What do you mean by that? They pluck one of the flowers and hand it to me. I twirl the blossom between my fingers. It smells sweet, the fragrance filling the air. The flirting supersedes being evil. The flirting is fixing Trent. He can't emo if he's flirting. That's true. This is all true. Only facts. No printer. I quietly think that the flowers are not the only beautiful thing. Wow, you should have said it out loud.
I think we did good work today. Now, where did that watering can go?
I don't know. They brush the dirt off their clothes and search. They grab the can and sprinkle it all over the flowers, the dirt growing dark with the water. Mary's very careful to not trample anything. I take a look at what we've accomplished. Everything should grow quickly with the potion's help. Which is good, considering I'll only be here until the end of spring. Yeah, that's what you think. Not if I can help it. I can gather all these ingredients and then move on. I'm itching to get back to the tower and continue my reading now that we're done.
Hey, you okay?
They notice I've spaced out and nudge my arm. I jump at the contact. What? Yeah, I'm fine. I should start my studies again. Mary nods.
And now you're all set up in your tower. It's a proper home now. I'm glad I could help.
You helped immensely. Mary is actively planning their wedding. Good on them. Jesus Christ. Like, they fiddle with their necklace.
I'll let you know what Amaya thinks of the potion. And deliver any clothes she sends your way, unless you'd rather get them yourself. She's really nice. Her kids are cute.
Oh. You can do it. I think I'd rather stay in my tower. The roofs of Little Wick peek over the trees. It's been nice to stay in a place without having to worry about anyone else. I don't know what people think of having a mage in their tower, and I'm not sure I'm ready to find out. I'm not saying you did this, by the way, and like it's fine if you did, but it's actually kind of brilliant to have a main character who's like a social recluse, because then like other characters exist but you never have to see them because we don't ever want to interact with them. So you don't have to worry about other sprites or other backgrounds or going anywhere. Like there's something really brilliant about that, but it works like really well, and then Miri could be that person for us. It's honestly genius. We love it. No, you fucking genius. I love it. That would be such a good VN protag. There, I'm straight in this game. You're so good. I love it. It's brilliant. I grab another book and find my armchair. This time, however, I read about the care of magical plants and research how best to tend to this little garden we've made. Over the next few days, I continue studying, because that's all I do. And I work through an entire shelf, choosing what books to skim and what to spend time on. Each book speaks of the history of ancient arcane civilizations and all the ruins and secrets left behind. Maybe the wizard left to seek one of these ancient artifacts. Being a recluse means I only had to draw like 5 backgrounds, too. The most exciting part of my VN would be the tension between me and the person I have to ask nicely to move out of my way. I study the locket some more, soaking it in on a potion using an enchanted blade. Nothing. It won't open. Mary drops off. It only opens when you're in love. I don't know. Mary drops off the thanks and a knitted scarf from Amaya. Okay, there you go. I'm told the growing potion is working well, and she also gave me a little basket of yarn and knitting needles. It smells faintly of perfume. I take up knitting, to my surprise. There's a book about knitting in the tower. Maybe the wizard was a fan? Or perhaps the books appear when you need them. Okay, this is how weak I am. The second he was like, I'm into knitting now, I'm like, oh, gain 10 points to the attractive skill. He didn't have that many to start out with, but that's pretty hot. Man who can knit? That's all I'm saying. This tower is full of magic. It's heavy in the air. Ever since we've cleaned up, it's felt happier. Mary really is making them better. Holy shit. Wow. Mary can make any man hot. That's what we've learned. This is what Mary's thinking. After a long day of reading, I start to doze off. I make a valiant attempt at my first knitted creation, probably a blanket. As of now, it's a vaguely misshapen rectangle. I know I should go up to bed. Miri would tell me that. There's a soft pillow on the chair, and I pull it behind my head. I grab the blanket that's draped over the back of the chair and tug it over myself. My head feels heavy, and I close my eyes. There's a sound that jolts me awake. I fling the blanket off of me, and I cast a spell to summon the little light that floats above my palm. My heart is pounding as I get to my feet. Did a stack of books fall over? Searching the room, I take a few careful steps in. In the corner, there's a little footstool, and a shadow moves behind it. The light from the fireplace makes it look enormous. I know a few spells to defend myself, but it's far from my specialty. I hold out my hand and brace myself. I locked the front door, didn't I? Who's there? There is a small answering sound, and the shadow lunges. I jump back with a gasp, casting the light even brighter, hoping to distract it, whatever it is. Only now I can't see anything either. Wait, is the old wizard a ghost? What is this? Mine would be my complete inability to ask this person to move out of my way, so I suck in my breath as I try to edge around them, and it would be a stealth mini-game. Honestly, that would be based. Blinking hard and flung back onto the floor, I see the beast. Aww! A cat is sitting on top of the footstool, licking its paw. It tilts its head and meows at me. Where did you come from? I lower the light and step up to the cat. I hold out a hand and it sniffs it to assess me. It meows again and jumps down to the wine between my legs, headbutting my calf. Aw. How long have you been here? How did you get in? Have you been here the whole time? What have you been eating? I mean, a lot can ask the same of you. Oh my gosh! Wow, Trent is also a cat that just, decided to stay and Miri took care of it. That's great. So now Trent has that with an actual cat. That's awesome. I have so many questions, but it's not answering beyond whacking its tail against my leg. I realize that despite the conditions of the tower, I've run into no mice. Maybe this cat's handiwork? Aww. I kneel beside it and it rubs against my hand. I feel a spark of magic, something that feels like the tower. Huh. I pet it and it leans into my touch, dragging its cheek against the palm of my hand. Are you missing your owner? It blinks, yawns, then jumps back up on the footstool. Maybe there's a spell here to teach me to talk to animals? I look around in the pile of books. I doubt it. I'd be so lucky. Still exhausted and now armed with the knowledge that there are no horrible beasts ready to eat me, I'm going to bed. You can stay here if you want. It licks its paw and then rubs its ear. I get a distinct feeling that even if it could understand me, it could do whatever it wanted anyway. That's true. Mary doesn't come by the next day, I realize. I have no way to contact them. I want to ask them about the cat, but I don't even know their address. That's true. Holy shit. We've been taking them for granted. So I scrounge around to see what I have to feed it. It doesn't beg for food or anything, nor look hungry or distressed. I assume it takes care of itself quite well, especially if it's been in the place long before me. I fill a bowl of water and leave it out. Eventually it takes a drink. I'm no animal expert, but its coat looks healthy with no wear or tear, and it's in a good mood, following me from room to room and watching me. I try my hand at knitting again. I try a spell to do it while I read. The needles clack rhythmically beside me, a comforting sound that helps me focus. But when I turn to look at the progress, I see that it's just been doing the same line over and over again, making a messy bundle of yarn. We're not even good at it. Of course, I curse, trying to detangle it. See, one day without Miri, we've already slid back. Just no steps forward, no progress. The cat comes over and starts attacking the loose hanging strings, and I yank them away from it. Miri eventually swings by to check on me and brings another loaf of fresh bread, the other one nothing but crumbs. This one is a rustic bake in a circle filled with cheese and onions. Ooh.
Oh, you have a friend!
Yeah! They beam, handing me the bread before turning their full attention to the cat, who's run down the stairs behind me. He is immediately lavished in pets and sweet cooing words from Miri.
Hi, sweetie! Oh, you're adorable! When did you get them?
A couple nights ago. He just showed up one night. Maybe he's been here this whole time.
Wouldn't we have seen him when we were cleaning?
Yeah, you'd think. They scratch beneath his chin. Maybe he didn't want to be found, or do you know of anyone in Littlewick who is missing a cat?
Well, not that I know of, and that news spreads fast. I can ask around, but I've never seen him before, if that counts for anything.
The cat headbutts their head, and they're beaming.
What's his name?
I don't know, we didn't give it a name. I don't know, he's not my cat. I mean, he is now!
I think he is now.
Yeah!
Where else is he gonna go?
Not me, I'm Miri. Where else is he gonna go? Yeah.
Right? And getting enough water? Does he have things to play with?
Probably not. He's been playing with my knitting yarn. He looks up at me with big eyes. There's something strange about him. Something magical.
That's strange?
For a cat? Maybe not. I don't know. I wouldn't mind taking care of a cat. I don't think I can get rid of it. We wouldn't mind. It's fine. Oh, he meows at me and I kneel to stroke his head. He's a nice addition. He's very well behaved and I think he's kept the mice away. I can't help but smile as I scratch behind his ears.
If he's gonna stick around, he should have a name. What, are you gonna call him with your kitty kitty forever?
Knowing fucking Trent, probably. Name the cat. Fuck, okay. I want to give it, like, a water name. I want to call it... I'm gonna call him Dew. His name's Dew now. How about Dew? He meows at me again and I take that as a yes. Fuck it. My name. I call it whatever I want. A few days later, I wake to a frantic knocking at the door. I stumble out of the bed and head downstairs, bracing a hand against the wall while on the spiraling staircase. Dew barrels right into me, rushing down in front of me.
Hey, it's urgent.
Oh. I hit the last step and send a burst of magic to fling the door open. Mary's holding a young man upright, his arms slung over his shoulder, and they hobble in. What happened? Nothing. I kept telling you I'm fine. That's their voice. He shoots a dark glance at Mary.
He was out patrolling the woods, and then he tripped and hurt his leg real bad.
It's fine. I don't need some wizard giving me a frog leg.
Hey, be nice. He can help you, won't you?
The voice is fitting. They glance at me pleadingly. Sit down. The man sighs and Mary helps him to a seat. You don't need to get so involved, Mary. I was fine on my own. They cross their arms, standing out of the way as I examine his legs. Not frog legs quite yet. There's a rip in his pant leg where I can see a cut across his knee. It's not deep, certainly not life-threatening, but still could use some treatment.
He hurt his ankle, too.
He sighs between clenched teeth. What were you doing out in the woods? I patrol it. Keep it safe from danger. He puffs out his chest in a valiant effort to ignore the pain, but a bead of sweat gathered at his fair hairline. I glance over at Mary, who shrugs.
There's hardly anything worth reporting in the woods, but Tavin insists anyway.
He scowls. At least I have something to do. At least I'm helping, Little Wick. You just ran away. Oh! Not Tavin being an asshole. Mary falls quiet. I don't know what he means by that, but I do know he's patient, who's in pain. I need to clean your wound out, and I'll use a spell to help your ankle. He doesn't look too happy about that last part, but stiffly nods. Getting access to the wound, I use a wet cloth to gently wipe away the dirt and the dried blood. Once it's cleaned, it shows how small it is. Searching my cabinets, I find a few ingredients to make a healing balm. I crush up life's tongue petals, a flower that I've grown in several parts of the tower because of its healing properties. I make a paste. What is that? Something to help you heal. Is it gonna hurt me? No, but it might sting a little. He braces in anticipation. As I spread a thin layer across the cut, Tavin flinches and I urge to hold this still. Before our eyes, the magical remedy seeps into his skin. A scab forms over the wound. He stares at it in shock. It worked? And it's not gonna... to do anything to me? He's like, is this the fucking vaccine? Am I gonna get corona now?
What's it possibly gonna do to you? Turn you green?
Yeah, for real. I don't know how magic works. I don't even know how normal shit works.
But he does. How would you trust him?
Yeah! He gives him a wary look, but allows me to continue. I flip through a book about healing magic and find the page I need. Setting it up on the table, I start reciting the incantation. He winces, squeezing his eyes shut, as if about to incinerate him. Relax, I'm not gonna hurt you. Don't be stupid. We're gonna be mean to this guy. We're gonna be mean to Mary. We're gonna be mean to this guy. Don't be stupid. Don't be an idiot. Hold still. I grab his leg to hold it in place and he scowls at me, and then at Mary for bringing him to me. I finished the spell and magic swirls around his leg. His jaw tightens and then relaxes when his ankle is put back in place. Tavin examines his leg, looking at the scab, then twirls his ankle around with wide eyes. How do you even do that?
I told you he could fix it.
I shut the book with a heavy thud, and Tavin glances me up and down. Well, thanks. So what do I owe you? Mary said you don't take gold, so I give you what? My soul? I don't fucking want that. What has this man been told about mages? But unfortunately, this reaction isn't that uncommon. Some people don't like what they don't understand. That's true. You don't owe me anything. You were injured. I'm not going to charge you. He scratches the back of his neck and hops off the chair. Well, I'll see you around, I guess. Or not, since you never come into town. He gives me a nod and leaves with another word. Without another word. Mary watches him go. How do you know about that guy? How do you know that guy?
Small town. I know everybody. But Tom and I grew up together. He's only a few years younger.
Is he really? He didn't sound like it, not by how I said it.
He fancies himself the town's protector. Not that it needs one. Even when he was little, he was always getting hurt. Skin knees, falling out of trees, that kind of thing. And I would always be the one to drag him back home.
Another useless man. You know how to pick a Mary? No, just kidding. What was he saying about you running away?
Oh, yeah. I left Little Wick a couple years ago. I think he's just upset I got out before he did. If not, he's doing a terrible job at showing how much he missed me.
Now I'm jealous of Tavin. What was this relationship? Their cheery attitude deflates and they rock back on their heels.
Thank you for helping him. If you need anything in repayment, please let me know.
You've done a lot already. They nod and Dew comes up to them, meowing until they crouch down and pet him.
Let you get back to your day. Just know that you're appreciated, even if he doesn't show it.
Oh. No, you're appreciated, Mary, even though we don't show it. They give Dew one last pet before heading out the door. I clean up about to file the book back on the shelf. Instead, I crack it open. I take a seat and give it a proper read to study more about healing spells. They've never been my specialty, but they're very useful. I spend the rest of the day curled up in the chair, Dew in my lap with a book in my hand. I work through several more ancient tomes over the next couple of days. Many of them hold knowledge of magic from long ago that was lost when the Old Kingdoms fell. There are things I've never heard of, monsters and feats of magic I can't even comprehend. Dew comes and goes as he pleases. Sometimes he sits with me, other times I don't see him until bedtime when I see his eyes watching me in the dark. There's an old cat bed that I found and set up beside my bed. He spends his nights there. Oh, there is! It's right there! Ha! He's an odd thing. I haven't forgotten that spark of magic when I first touched him. Curiously, he jumped on the nightstand once and tried to knock the locket on the floor. At first, I had wrenched it away from him protectively, but then realized he might have answers. But when I held it out to him, he just started to bat at it like it was a toy. Oh, okay. It's been raining the past day and doesn't seem to be clearing soon. The plants need it, but I haven't been able to get my fresh air. That's fine with me. I spent all this time pouring through books. I'm so absorbed in one that talks about different alchemical transmutations that I don't even hear the door knock. It's not until Dew starts meowing loudly at me and scampers down the stairs that I realize something is up. When I open the front door, Miri is standing there in the rain, hair plastered to their forehead.
Oh, I was worried you already fell asleep. I was gonna head home.
What are you doing out in the rain? They just shrug, wringing their hair out before they step inside.
It doesn't bother me. Little Wick is always rainy this time of year.
Does anything bother you, Miri? They dismiss it, but are still shivering.
I was worried about you.
Worried about you? About me?
Well, yeah, I don't know how you do in the rain. I know not everyone likes gray skies. I thought I'd bring something to cheer you up.
Hey, I don't, that's for sure. You're very considerate. Well, they pull out a small basket that they've kept dry. Honestly, I've barely noticed the rain except for the sound on the roof. I've been so preoccupied with my reading that it's escaped my notice. But now I'm up and thinking about it, I feel the weariness settle over me. Mary unwraps the basket and pulls out a plate of freshly baked cookies. Damn, they are too good to us. Jesus Christ. Why are you doing all this? I've asked them before, but I press it again. I don't give you anything in return. You've helped me clean the house, you bring me food, and you're always checking up on me to make sure I'm okay. All of what I've done has been for others, some that don't even appreciate you. Isn't there something you want? They chew on their lip, placing hand on both hips.
Because I wish someone had done this for me.
Aww, that's so sad, and we haven't, because we suck. What do you mean? They settle into the chair, sliding the plate of cookies over to me. I take one. It's warm and sweet and melts on my tongue. Miri still looks cold, rubbing their hands against the warmth of the fire. Miri's speed running this fixed run. Cast a spell to dry them up. Yes, we're not just gonna... No. It's a quick spell, a few muttered words, and then released. A wave of warmth hits them, drying their hair and clothes. They glance down at their shirt and look at me with wide eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See, how can I not want to swing by when you do nice things like that?
We barely do it. They pull a blanket around themselves and watch the flames. Dew jumps up on their lap and they scratch behind his ears. Make cookies for Mary, Trent. This is a romance game, except it's very romancing Trent instead of Trent romancing them. No, actually. God. Okay. The fireplace crackles and the plumes of smoke rise up in the chimney. I look at them expectantly and then sigh.
When I lived in the city, I was completely alone.
Oh.
I wanted out of Little Wick so bad. I felt like there was so much more to life out there and I wanted to experience it. To spread my wings and leave the nest.
Sorry. They grab a cookie and split it apart, taking a small bite.
I wanted to be a baker. I saved up money and moved out west to the big city. I bought a small shop, turned it into the bakery of my dreams, and lived in the apartment above. It felt amazing to be doing something with my life. Most of all, I got to make people happy. To see their smiles when they bought what I made. It was hard. I didn't know anyone. There's no one to turn to when things got rough. The apartment I lived in was in terrible shape, drafty and freezing at night. It got even worse when winter rolled around. I tried to clean it, but you can't clean up a whole city. I missed the fresh air of the country, and
They wring their hands
I miss
together.
my family and all the people here. But if I went back, it meant that I had failed. I did my best to keep the bakery running. I really did. Then winter hit. Things took a downturn citywide, and people stopped coming by. No one could afford it. Gone were the happy faces, the sweet conversations, and the chance to make someone's day better with a treat. It was just empty.
That's so sad, but so real,
I
dude.
couldn't pay rent. I had to close the shop. I couldn't even afford firewood to keep warm.
They let out a long breath and stare out the window. Raindrops running down the glass. No, they're crying.
So I moved back to Littlewick. I had barely lasted a year before crawling back with my tail between my legs. All my talk about big dreams and aspirations and making something of myself in the city all came crashing down.
Hey, at least you fucking did it. You know what I mean? Like, it's better to have done it and failed, quote unquote, than to never have done it at all. Like, you're a badass for even trying. You know, most people would be too scared to try.
And now I can't even go back to how it was before. I've changed and people can't see that. I'm scared they still look at me like the kid who failed. I'm all grown up and they can't see it. That's why it's so easy to talk to you. Because you didn't know me as a kid. You didn't know how I failed. I guess you do now, huh?
No!
It's nice to have someone new around who doesn't have all the history. And I never want anyone to go through what I did.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Everyone deserves a nice home to live in and someone to check up on them. I want to be the person I wish I had in my life back then.
You're doing a good job.
And you inspired me to start baking again. I think everyone here is tired of it.
No, that's so sad. Mary, get out of this fuck-ass town. They cram another cookie into their mouth to stop talking. I take a moment to process everything they've told me and take another cookie. Dew is purring and snuggles in closer to Mary. I'm proud of you. Like, that's so cool. Yeah, like, don't be hard on yourself. That too. Failing teaches you a hard lesson. Shut the fuck up. Whoever would pick this, shut up. Shut up. Gosh, you're nicer to Mary. Try and fix yourself right now. You shouldn't feel bad. They glance up at me, surprised. Yes, you tried, and it didn't work out, but you tried. You made an effort, and for a little time, you got to make people happy, and you still are. Trent, you need to lock it. I love how I'm proud of you is the fourth option. Anytime somebody says they're proud of me from now on, I'm like, you hitting on me? I mean, it is in this context. I hold up the plate of cookies.
Self-voicing disabled.
Disable that shit. I hold up the plate of cookies. You make me happy, not just from your baking, but by being around you. I'm sorry about what you went through. I wish you had a support system to rely on, but those things are out of your control. That doesn't mean you did anything wrong. You should be proud you followed your dreams. People like Tavin, he's just upset because he's never even tried. He's jealous. Yeah, exactly. Fucking exactly. Okay, Trent finally speaking facts. No, it's true, Miri. You need to hear it. Cry then. But they're beaming, a little shy and pink in their cheeks, but happy. They let out a sigh and pulls the blanket tighter around them.
So there. Now you know.
It's okay. The raindrops cling to the window pane, starting their journey from the top and the joining together halfway down. The steady patter hits the rooftop. I think Trent is a little jealous of Todd. They are. Trent is so insecure. Trent is so insecure. Because they suck and they know it. But with the help of Miri, they will become somebody worth not sucking. The crackle of the fire are the only sounds. The flame sends dancing shadows against the wall.
I should probably get going.
No! We can live together. But it's still pouring out. It would be rude to send them back out there. You can stay. It might clear up soon. I put the kettle on, making us both tea. Hey, we're being useful. They look like they could use a cup. I bring it over to them and they picked up one of my discarded books.
Anything interesting in this one?
It was Little Dew. Ah. Anything interesting? I don't know. If you're interested in different types of divination, then yes. Their eyes light up.
Can I use the tea leaves in the bottom of this cup to tell me the future? Will it predict I'm gonna have more tea?
Maybe. Their good mood settles back in as they ease into the chair and pet Drew. Possibly, or you could divine it into the stars.
A little too cloudy for that.
They glance out the window and grin.
I can tell the future. In the next 5 minutes, it's going to continue to rain.
Watch it, like, stop. How silly would you feel? They take a sip, steam curling around their face.
Sorry for unloading on you like that. It's hard to talk about it with anyone else. They just don't understand why I would want to leave in the first place.
Because they're losers. And don't apologize. Do you still want to leave? They think about it for a moment.
No, I don't think so. I just need to figure out my life here. It's never been Little Wick that I wanted to escape from. I love my home, I really do. I just thought I wanted more and figured a city would provide that. And maybe it did for a time. But no, I'm settled in. Here, I'm home. That city was never home. Not really.
Oh. I take a long look around the tower and think about what home really is. Home is when you squat in a place that isn't yours. I'm just joking. Home has been the road. Is this place home for me now? This is supposed to be temporary, and I feel like I'm getting closer each day to working through each book. What happens next? I push the thought from my mind and spend the rest of the evening reading. Mary picks up a few books, reading aloud some of their favorite passages and laughing at the strangest of magic. They stay until the rain stops. Mary swings by a couple of days later with some knitted toys.
Do you use it for Mamiah? For the cat when I mentioned you had got him.
Aww. They hand me a small basket and I pick one out. He starts to play with it, batting at the small ball while I hold the string. Mary laughs as he leaps up, yanking it down for me.
Is he getting enough to eat? You said he might be eating the mice.
I don't think there are any mice. He's strange. But I think I figured it out. He appreciates the food and water I give him, but he doesn't need it, in the same way he enjoys sleeping beside me at night, but never seems to tire. Dew isn't a regular cat.
A magic cat?
A magic cat. A familiar, bound to the owner and takes physical form. They would persist as long as their owners do.
Did he belong to the wizard who used to live here? She's still alive? I heard she was old when she was here, and that was decades ago.
She's immortal.
Did she just leave him here?
I don't know. The flurry of questions burst out as they crouched down beside him. I don't think he was hers. I think he belongs to the tower. I hold my hand up, looking around us. We fixed this place, making it clean and livable. Only then did he present himself. He whines between my legs and then headbutts Mary's outstretched hand.
So he's here as long as someone is inhabiting the tower? Oh, are you happy to have someone around again?
Oh, he stretches out with a yawn and flops down in front of them. Mary glances up at me.
Considering it's your tower now, I guess he's your cat too.
I guess that's how that works. Free cat, free tower, free partner. Damn, just getting everything handed to us on a plate. Just like our entire lives, apparently. This is starting to feel like home. This is not my tower. No, it's your tower, dog. They're right, and I lean down to pet him. He purrs affectionately, and then the old wizard comes back and is like, "Hey, what are you doing in my fucking house, dude? Get out of here." He's a welcome addition, magic cat or not.
Shouldn't all good wizards have a familiar?
Yeah. Not my type because we move so often. Familiars enjoy being bound to one home.
Well, you're not leaving anytime soon, right?
Not anymore. I'm quiet for a moment, sinking my fingers into his fur. I don't know. I'm making good progress with my reading. When the weather is warm enough, eventually I should be on the road again. Mary bites her lips and scratches his ears.
Will he go away when you do? Vanish back into the tower?
Possibly, once it falls into disrepair. I don't know if he can persist without the presence of someone magical.
Until that day, I'll look after him, for as long as he's around. I've always wanted a cat.
Oh. They pick up one toy, a knitted sheep, and play with him. I watch them, my thoughts drifting to all that I've learned here. I have filled nearly 2 journals of information I've gained here. I need to remember it all. Once I'm back out in the world, I can start putting that knowledge to use. I'm made to travel, aren't I? People like me aren't made to settle. We're not. I'm a wandering wolf. I can't settle in one spot. That's the life of a hedge wizard, to learn as you go from each new experience. What's there to be gained from being stuck in one place? I wonder if that's what Mary thought when they first left to make a life in the city. I don't know, you could ask them. The next morning I have an early visitor. The sun's barely crested the horizon before there's a pounding on my door. It's not Mary's soft rhythmic knocks. Rolling out of the bed, I shake off and try to regain my faculties. Down the spiral staircase, the person doesn't stop knocking the entire time. Oh my gosh! Rude. I fling the door open. What? An old woman is standing there, her arms crossed as she scowls at me. Do you know how long I've been waiting out here? I gesture to the sun rising over the hills. It's a little early for house calls. I was asleep. Oh, I bet you were, because you were casting evil spells late into the night. Oh, not a Karen. Okay, time to be an asshole. Come on, our time is here. What? What? She jabs a finger at me and I back up a few paces. Who is this woman? My grandson, Barley, has been having nightmares, and it's ever since you came to town. For whatever you're doing to that poor boy, you're not wanted in Littlewick. It's probably just living with you that's giving him nightmares, lady. I'm not doing anything. Magic can't even... Don't give me that. I know what you mages are capable of. He wakes up crying every night because of whatever horrid curse you've cast upon him. Dispel it and leave this place. My shoulders slump. It was only a matter of time before someone grew suspicious and angry. It's not the first time I've been accused like this. People want someone to blame. Someone even accused of causing a girl's hair to fall out after she had a terrible haircut on herself. Ma'am, I would never cause anyone harm. How dare you speak to me this way? Okay, we would definitely do this, but no. How dare you speak to me this way? It's not me, and I'm not tired of being blamed for things I haven't done. That's not even how magic works. That's not even how magic works, you idiot. None of you even think to research what a wizard is capable of. I'm not a hag. I don't cast curses. Yet you storm in here and wake me up to a sling of accusations. I've been trying to help your town, and this is the thanks I get? She glares at me, unappreciative of my raised voice. Too bad. We're matching your energy, lady. If you're so helpful, why don't you fix it? Stop the nightmares? Cast a spell and make them go away. Or you can't do that either, and my little boy just has to suffer. I rack my brain. There's a talisman I could enchant to give him some soothing dreams. That might be enough. She squints at me suspiciously. And it won't hurt him? Not at all. She glances around the tower, the vines wrapped around the ancient stone. Well, if this works, I'll be shocked, but you mages bring nothing but bad luck. Everyone in their right mind knows that. Miri has been very foolish by consorting with you. You're probably filling their head full of strange enchantments and spells and ideas, and the next thing we know, they're gonna run off to another country, and the next thing you know, she's gonna think that they could fix everybody and everything. She scoffs. Another bright idea of theirs. You should stay away. Defend them. Defend them! What? Mary isn't stupid. Unlike some people. I say the words before I can stop myself. They helped me clean this place up, and they're the reason I agreed to help the town in the first place. They come here of their own free will, and I enjoy their company. They can come by as much as they please. The old woman clicks their tongue disapprovingly, and heads down the road without another word of what I should or shouldn't be doing. I close the door quickly and lean against it, the part of being a wizard I haven't missed. I research the enchantment I need, flipping through a tome full of protective spells. I find one for my dreams and start scribbling down everything I need. As I'm working, there's a soft knock on the door. It swings open and Miri looks surprised, their hands still raised to knock.
Oh, didn't realize it was unlocked. Can I come in?
Yeah. I forgot to relock it earlier. Had an early morning visitor and I wasn't thinking straight after her pounding woke me out of bed. Dangerous, though. She might come back with a vengeance. Miri winces and locks the door behind
Grandma
him.
Winnie must have come by. She's been complaining about you while shopping in the market.
Got nothing else better to do. I guess she's my #1 fan. Is she your grandma?
No, thank the gods. Everyone just called her that by her instruction.
She had some choice words about you, too.
Trust me, I've heard them all before. You should have heard what she said to me when I announced I was moving to the city. You thought I killed someone. And then when I came back...
Oh.
The most gleeful I told you so to someone who came back heartbroken. She
I'm gonna kill this old lady.
She's gonna poison it. She's always thought people are out to get her.
Because she's the fucking worst. I wouldn't be surprised if people were trying to fucking poison her.
I wonder why. She's such a lovely person.
Yeah! She's the worst. They slump into a chair and watch me work. Fuck this old lady.
I came as soon as I heard her whining. Figured she came here.
Yo, that's so...
Still in one piece?
That's so funny. Automod always gets us for like saying fuck, but then it also doesn't like when you just say old lady, just period, so you combine the two, and it was like double Automod. Couldn't take it. I gotta rewind so I can hear the line again.
I should have warned you, I'm sorry. I came as soon as I heard her whining, figured she came here. Wanna make sure you're still in one piece?
One piece. Yeah, no, we're good. And it's not your fault, dog. Automata my ass! Nothing changes. I hold up the charm I'm crafting. Mage's bitter crests intertwined within the wood, a magical plant that fortifies enchantments. Apparently I caused her grandson's nightmares and I have been requested to fix it. Maybe that'll make her happy.
Nothing does, but I'm sure the kid will appreciate it. Maybe if she'd stop telling him stories about the evil mage who's gonna turn him into a toadstool, he wouldn't have nightmares. Crazy how that works.
Yeah, crazy how that works.
Can you turn me into a toadstool? That'd be pretty fun, and I'm a fun guy.
Nice. And no, we would never turn you into a toadstool. I audibly groan as the pun as Jew leads up. Not them also hating puns. You know what, Trent? Shut up. Jew leaps up on their lap. This will help soothe him. I hold up the finished product, a simple wooden charm. Miri inspects it. The enchantment isn't complete yet. There's a whole ritual I need to cast the spell under the moonlight.
And you'll curse the whole town with nightmares. What a foul hag walks among us.
They laugh and shake their
They
head.
just don't get it, huh? They don't even try. Even Tavin when you healed his leg. If they just spent a little time with you, they'd understand what magic is really about.
I mean, honestly, maybe it's a good thing they don't hang around us, because I feel like if they're around us, they'll actually hate us more, and then hate mages and wizards more as a result. Trent doesn't deserve Mary's fun. No!
Well, magic in the way you use it. No fireballs raining down a little wick today.
They stroke Dew and think for a
You
moment.
need help with the spell ritual at all?
An extra pair of hands is always useful, but you can also just watch if you want. They beam and promise to meet me later. Aww. Okay, I gotta pee again. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I've been drinking a lot of liquid. That's probably just what that is. Alright, I'll be right back. Damn you, Trent. Go Piss Girl 2.0 Electric Boogaloo. Like, what? Also, I ate a little bit more. And not squid time. Wait, let me contribute. I always make the worst squid. Okay, there we go. I got that one. That one's good that time. Once the moon is high in the sky, head out to the woods. It's different at night, as small glowing sprites lighten my way and dance around the trees. Night blooms open on to their touch, and I find a clearing where moonlight streams in. Mary trails behind me.
I haven't been to the woods at night since I was little. I used to hide out here after dark so I wouldn't have to go home yet.
Oh, they point to one of the. Excuse me. They point to one of the trees. Its thick, gnarled branches reaching
I
out.
fell out of that tree once.
Were you all right? Are we just, like, intentionally a fucking idiot? Like, no, they died. Ooh. They shrug.
Scrapes and bruises, but nothing serious. But after that, I was forbidden to be out in the woods alone. Good thing I have you, huh? I might be compelled to do some reckless tree climbing.
Go for it, girl. I begin the ritual, casting spells components across the ground in a circle. Mary helps get them set up in the right position before standing back to let me work. Turned a little dum-dum. I chant the incantation, holding up the charm I made. Magic swirls around my fingertips and I press them hard against the charm. It glows brightly in the moonlight, taking on a soft grayish hue with an arcane rune scribed on it. With a flash, the talisman is complete and I hold it in triumph. No more nightmares.
Look at you go. Every town should have a helpful wizard.
They really should. The glowing sprite circles us, drawn to the display of magic. Mary holds up a hand and one lands on their palm. They gave it a small smile.
Maybe I should come out here more often. It's peaceful. These glowy things weren't here when I was a kid. Are these like the ones in your garden? Drawn to your magic and all?
I nod as several swirl around me.
If Grandma can only bother to see this. I can deliver the talisman to her if you want.
Oh. I always mess up the squid too, so it's nice that somebody else messed it up this time. No, have her come by the tower and bring her grandson.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Fuck it. Maybe not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, Trent. Sassy man apocalypse, what? The knock at the door the next morning is much more reasonable this time. I flick my wrist, opening the door with a swirl of magic. Winnie scowls as the magic sparkles around my hand. There's a young boy kept tucked against her, and he looks up at me with wide eyes. You're the wizard? Were you expecting someone else? I thought you were green with pointy teeth. That's what Grandma said. Well, your grandma's a fucking idiot. He points up at her and I give her a tight-lipped smile. That's funny since she met me yesterday. Didn't have the time to update him. Well, will you put an end to this madness? What's been going on? I address Barley instead of her, softening my voice. He looks nervous, but also I sense he's relieved I'm not the monster she told him I was. He speaks in a small voice. I've been having nightmares. I hold out the talisman. This'll help with that. You just keep this in your room, and it'll help soothe your dreams. He takes it and looks it over, running a finger along the grooves. It's magic? I enchanted it myself. It'll keep you safe. It glows slightly and it looks at it in awe, holding it to his chest. He runs back to his grandmother. Thank you, wizard! Winnie lowers her voice. And how do I know this isn't your ending your curse now that you've been found out, Or that thing won't do something worse to him? Ask Edmund about his hands, or Amaya about her garden, or Tavin about his leg. Are they horribly cursed now? She huffs and guides her grandson away. There's no thanks, but the fact that she accepted it is enough. She might not trust me, but at least the kid can sleep through the night now. That's true. With help from the growing potion in the soil, the garden is starting to sprout. Beautiful wildflowers dot the grass, along with different plants and herbs I use for spell components. I spend the day gathering, collecting, and then sorting through them all. Most are common ingredients for potions, so it's good to have them handy. The book about magical gardening turned out to be the most practical one I found. The fruits and vegetables we've planted are starting to ripen as well. I tug spring onions from the ground. Cauliflower is near harvesting time, but I let it grow a little longer. I have a large crop of strawberries and have it grown in abundance. Some of the garden's sprites help me pick them, floating them over to a wicker basket, which is lined with a soft check tea towel. Oh, there are more than I could eat, so when Mary comes around, I explain this predicament.
We can make jam out of them. They'll last even longer.
I've never done that before.
I can show you. We'll make a day of it. We can even bake something, too.
Yeah, you know, baking's kind of like magic, honestly. They get me to clean and boil a few empty jars, using magic to make them shine. Meanwhile, Miri places the strawberries on a cutting board to remove the tops, and slice each one up into workable quarters. They place the fruit into a pot, and use a wooden spoon to mash them up and make them soft. I can use magic for this.
Maybe, but it's a good workout.
They flex their arms with a grin. Okay, Miri 1000% has bigger biceps than fucking Trent does. Like, there's no world in which they have boobs. There's no world. I pouring in lemon juice and adding butter. They mix and stir and soften it all over the flame. They allow me to use magic for this, keeping it heated until it begins to bubble. Then they pour in pre-measured cups of sugar until it's dissolved. I lower the heat per their instructions, and they put me to work by stirring.
Do not stop stirring.
I like that we're swapping. Like, she's they've helped us with like the magical spells, and now we're helping them with baking. Baking is so hard if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Trent is a weak and baking takes effort. Absolutely. Secretly ripped Miri. OMG. Make it happen, Gray. Make it happen. Do not stop stirring. Oh, I try and focus my arms, starting to tire. They weren't kidding about the workout. Eventually it reaches a thick syrup-like consistency and I remove it from the heat. Miri takes over and uses a spoon to skim off the bubbles and foam. They ladle the jam into jars while I hold them. Aww! Once done, they screw the seal tightly and place the jars into a pot of boiling water to create an airtight seal. It's a lot of work, and they finish by setting the jars down to cool on a shelf and dust off their hands.
They should be ready for tomorrow. They'll have a massive supply now.
Time to sell. It really is. Baking is it is. It's awful. And I feel like I'm a pretty good cook, but baking is a whole other monster. Like, hand the extra jars around town, keep them. I'm so tempted to just be like, no, we'll give them away. There are too many from just me. Could you hand them out around Littlewick? Mary brightens.
That's a great idea. Of course I can. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Maybe not the type of potion one would expect from a wizard, but a welcome one.
Thank you for your help.
It's no problem at all. I can pass on what I know. I know strawberries aren't your favorite, but you can do this with other berries too when they're in season.
Blackberry
jam. You know how to do it yourself.
They clean up the kitchen, washing pots and placing everything away. They clean off one strawberry we didn't use and pop it in their mouth with a grin.
We can make scones too, if you're not going to run off and bury yourself in a book.
Yeah, it sounds like us. There are still plenty of books to read, but I have just been going through the same ones. The strange arcane text I cannot translate has been driving me crazy. Maybe I need a break before diving back in to crack it. No, that'd be nice. Aww, they beam and pull off everything we need. A large mixing bowl, adding their dry ingredients and stirring with a clean wooden spoon, the other one covered in jam. Same here, I cook a lot, but I barely bake. One off thing and it's completely ruined. Exactly. Me and my ex-girlfriend, and she's actually really good at baking. Honestly, her and Mary have a lot of, like, crossover, honestly. But she's, like, incredible at baking, and she makes, like, her own bread and shit like that all the time. And we tried to make macarons, like, 3 different times, and we got pretty close the last time, but it is so difficult to make a macaron, like a very good one. But, you know, it tasted good, if nothing else.
Perfect. I've been wanting to try out this kitchen since we cleaned up in here. It's so much more spacious than the one at home.
Just live here, Miri. They instruct me to grab the other things we need. As I work, pouring and measuring things, I realize it's quite similar to making a potion or a complex spell. It is! I float the jug up to pour in the wet ingredients gradually.
You're pretty handy to have around. I should hire you to help me with all my baking.
Honestly, yeah, it'd be the most useful we've ever been. Miri is gorgeous. Too good for us. They add in lemon zest and work on the dough.
You don't want to overwork the dough. You need the right texture for the scones. Do you want to try?
I'll help you. That's also us just not wanting to do it. I'll help you. Okay, what do I do? Mary shows me how to knead, folding it over and press. Oh, it's like that scene in Ghost where like they come behind like doing the pottery, you know? They just come behind us and they're like helping us knead the dough. Okay. Jet doesn't deserve them way out of his league, for sure. But you know what? It's realistic. Because how many people are out of, you know, dudes' leagues? So many. Mary shows me how to knead, folding it over and pressing down with her palms. I try adjusting my hands and pressing into the dough.
Like this.
It really is. They place their hands over mine, guiding me through the motion. I copy what they do and they brighten.
Yeah, just like that.
Mary would talk Trent through it.
You're natural. Or
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, jail for that one. Jail for that one, I'm sorry. But that's not what I said. No, good teacher. One of those. They're gritting, their hands still over mine. They laugh nervously, scratching their cheek and getting flour on it.
Oh, okay, just repeat that 4 more times and we'll cut it up.
Using a sharp knife, they cut it to the... You're right. Thank you. Cut into wedges and place them on a baking tray and into the oven.
Shouldn't be long. We're waiting for them to be golden brown. I'll melt some butter to drizzle over top.
Once they're done, they brush the butter over top and let them cool. Once they're ready to eat, we enjoy them together. They're delicious, have a hint of lemon, and are perfectly baked. That sounds amazing.
They turned out just how I wanted them. Thank you for letting me use your kitchen.
No, thank you. They take a deep breath and a spring breeze floating through an open window curtains. flowing in the
Sometimes
wind.
it's easy to forget that baking is supposed to be fun. Once it became my job, there were days where it was overwhelming and a chore.
Okay, this is like the most relatable fucking story in the world. They start to clean up, but I shake my head. Leave it. I'll use magic to get them clean.
It'd be worth all that studying just to learn that trick.
No, for real. Taking a scone to go, they leave the tower with their signature cheery wave. It rains again over the next few days, so I spend most of my time reading. What's new? I've covered as many books as I've wanted to, and instead try various spells and tricks to translate that one wretched arcane tome. I've hit a wall and want to throw the book out from the top of the tower. Maybe that will do the trick. But I sigh and set it aside. Dude jumps on top of it and licks his paw, stepping all over the pages. There's a knock at the door, and I assume it's Miri. I'm glad it's not raining hard out, only drizzling. I open the door to 2 people, to my surprise. Miri is there with another person who's crying.
Hey, can we come in?
Oh god. I step aside, allowing them to pass. Miri sits them down at the kitchen table and glances up at me.
Sorry, I didn't know where else to bring them. Maybe you could help them?
What's wrong? The stranger rubs their eyes to wipe away their tears. It's nothing, I'm being stupid.
No, you're not.
They frown, brows drawn together.
Okay, well, do you want to explain it? I shouldn't speak for you.
Oakley lets out a long sigh, running their fingers through their short hair. It's not that serious. I'm not... Miri puts their hands on their hips.
You've been crying your eyes out. It's not nothing.
Oakley chews on their lip and looks me up and down. Okay, it starts with this girl, right? She lives in town, and we've been friends for ages. I really care about her, you know? They suck on their teeth. I realized I wanted more than just friendship, and I asked her about it. She doesn't feel the same way. Now I've gone and ruined everything. I feel like an idiot. I still want to be friends. They unload and put their elbows on the table, planting their forehead down. And it feels selfish to say, but it feels like my heart is broken. I respect her decision, and I should just get over it. Their words come out rambling quickly, and they yank a string off their sweater. So I don't know. Mary dragged me here and said you couldn't help, that you could make all those feelings go away with some spell. They don't sound convinced, and I don't blame them. Feelings and emotions are difficult to remove. There might be potions to calm and soothe someone, but no magic I know to make them not love this girl. Mary shoots me a pleading look behind their back. Make them a soothing, enchanting tea. Yeah. I can't take away these feelings, but I can put your heart at ease. I boil the kettle and prepare a few ingredients. I have a bundle of Akavender, a magical herb that is used for calming properties. I sprinkle into the cup and pour in the steaming water. I slide it in front of Oakley. Drink it up. It'll help soothe you. They take a careful sip. I'm sorry you've gone through all that. I hope you can repair your friendship with her. Even if it's not what you thought would happen, just talk to her. Having a friend is better than having no one. Than not having one. No, you're right. They drink the tea and the magic washes over them. I see the tension melt from their shoulders. This is nice, thanks. They glance at Miri. Fine, I'll admit it, you were right.
See, I told you he could help you.
They give me a bright smile. Oakley gets up with a stretch. I'll talk to her. Not now. I'll give it some time, but I'm sure we can work it out.
That's the spirit.
They wave at me and they guide them from the tower. I shut the door and watch them through the window as they head down the road. Mary holds a jacket over Oakley to protect them from the rain. Oh. Even after the rain clears, they stay inside. I grab that arcane tome and flip through the pages again. I've written down all the runes I can decipher and try and make a translation, but I swear they switch every time I open it. I'm getting frustrated and spend an entire sleepless night focusing on it. Dark bags form beneath my eyes that keep the curtains drawn tight. Dew meows at me and I shoo him away. I'm working, not now. He meows louder and jumps on the bedside table. He docks his head and stares me down. You don't even eat. What are you bothering me for? He begins to attack the chain of the locket again and I frown. What is it? I hold the locket. Oh, the locket, it connects to the thing. I hold the locket up and glance between him and it. Do you know what's inside here? He just blinks at me with big green eyes. I raise a hand and feel his magical signature. I draw on that and create a tether between him and the locket. A thin blue string binds them, and Dew meows even louder. I twist my wrist and the tether snaps. Wait, did the wizard get stuck in this fucking book? Magic swirls around the lock, and for a moment I'm fearful that it won't work. But the lock undoes, and I pry it open. My heart hammers in my chest. There's a tiny bead of magical energy swirling around inside. I reach out and touch it with the tip of my finger. It starts to vibrate before it shoots up my arm, my body aglow. The magic washes over me and I clutch my head, crying out in pain. I blink hard and take a few steady breaths. The locket's empty, save for a small painted portrait of an old woman. And Dew. He's sitting on her lap, looking quite pleased. She is smiling softly. Yeet it into the book! I toss the locket aside and look down at my hands. I can feel the new power coursing through me. I flex my fingers, knowing whatever enchantment she left in there was a powerful one. Did she leave it there for safekeeping? I open the ancient tome again and trace my fingers along the pages. My hands sparkle and the letters start to rearrange themselves into words, text. My eyes widen as I ravenously scour all of the pages, absorbing as much information as I can. This isn't any old book, it's her spell book. Now decoded, I find notes about spells and potions and anything I could ever need. It's heavy and complex stuff and uses techniques I've never heard of. I flip right to the end and see several blank pages. I try to use this new spell, tracing my hand across the parchment, but nothing happens. I turn the pages until the latest entry. The last name recorded speaks of an ancient wellspring deep within a dark forest. If one drinks from the water, one would gain mass amounts of knowledge. She writes about planning to leave the tower to find it, ready to leave everything behind. What need would she have for books and notes if everything could be contained in her mind alone? She refers to another tome within the tower, and I practically fly down the stairs to retrieve it. It's another of the books I haven't been able to translate, and I use the spell to understand it. I find the passage on the pool and start to write down all the myths and legends surrounding it. If I could find this for myself, that would have made all this time here worth it. I knew that if it looked hard enough, I'd find something of value in this old tower. Hey, we already found plenty of things of value! Also, uh-oh, sister. Oh no. What do you mean? I flip through her spellbook again and see another note at the bottom of the page. I have always believed knowledge is meant to be shared. If you were reading this, the tower's guardians must have deemed you worthy of knowing what I do now. The tower was my home for so very long, and it breaks my heart to leave, but the roads call to new adventures and wisdom and power beyond belief. The words glimmer with magic before vanishing off the page. I have to go, there's no question in my mind. I'll pack immediately and set out the road again. I grab what few belongings I have and breeze out the door. I don't even notice Dew watching as he meows from the window, watching me leave. Damn, okay. Slinging a scarf around my shoulders, the wind picks up. It's not yet at the end of the season, which is how long I had promised to stay, but who cares? This chance— oh god, we got the bad ending. This chance is so much more important than some silly little town. Yeah, fuck this place. As I'm walking up the roads, I see a figure coming up, a basket hanging on their arm. There is a good ending and a bad ending based off choices is all I will say. I mean, that makes sense. I wince. I had hoped to just vanish without any goodbyes. Mary brightens when they see me.
Good evening. I was just on my way to see you.
Yeah, we're just about to dish this fucking popsicle stand like an asshole. They gesture to the basket.
I know you're running low on bread again.
They glance behind them as the road stretches out.
Are you heading to town? That's awesome. I'm sure people will be happy to.
I'm leaving.
What?
I continue walking. I found what I was looking for in the tower. It's not useful to me any longer.
Oh. Okay.
We're an asshole! Oh my god, that's awful! I shake my head. This isn't home. My home is the road and what lies beyond. What I found is once in a lifetime discovery. I won't let it go to waste.
What about your cat? What happens to him?
It's a familiar, not a real animal. It'll be fine. They clutch the handle of the basket tightly.
Well,
they take a deep breath.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you on behalf of those who helped in Little Wick. Good luck on this journey? Quest?
Stupid decision?
It was nice to have someone to talk to. I'll miss that.
They watch me and they glance away.
So this is goodbye?
I nod and glance ahead. I'm anxious to get on the road quickly. Get out of here, Trent! I absolutely goaded you into this. Sorry, Lolo. I didn't do it on purpose. It was for the bit. Oh no, you're good. Don't worry about it. Goodbye.
It's funny. There were times that I thought we could have had something.
You thought wrong.
To share life with you. I feel silly now. You always had all those barriers up, and I guess you always knew it wasn't meant to last. I just don't know why you would. It doesn't matter now.
Because we're an asshole.
Maybe in another life, we could have lived a simple existence together. But that's not the life for you. I know that now.
They look wryly at the tower.
Swept into town and left with the breeze, vanishing one day without another word. Is that the fate of all wizards who come to our little town? Maybe another will come one day. And I can help them make this place a home.
Oh. They place a hand on their chest and nod.
Farewell.
Bye, Mary. And with that I leave and I don't look back. Don't even say bye. Wow. I find my destination after monsters of dangerous and arduous battle. I delve through a dark magical forest to find the ancient wellspring bubbling from the ground and watch it be fucking nothing. I drink from the clear waters, feeling waves of magic and knowledge wash over me. I remember everything in perfect clarity. I perfect my craft using power beyond imagination, drawing from ancient magical secrets. This is everything I've ever wanted, true power. Not just enough to survive and get by. I can shape and bend the world to my will and make it how I desire. I do not think of that tower and Mary, and do again. Only some nights where I wake in a cold sweat I have nightmares nearly every night. The price of power, perhaps. but I am no longer a lowly hedge wage. What? I am no longer a lowly hedge wizard, wandering aimlessly in the world. I have power beyond reckoning and have become the wizard I have always dreamed of. Wow. Thirst for knowledge. Damn. That's crazy. Okay, so what choice? I felt like I made mostly good choices, but I guess maybe one of them was just off. Was it the one where I just blew the... Was it just that one? Was, when I, like, destroyed the fucking soot boys? I don't know what they were called. It is a home. It is not your fault, Trent. Is it ass? No, for real. Like, why is he the worst? Chill, dog. It's like colmative. What? That's it? That was all it was? Whoop. Deserved. Okay, I know we might not want to see it, but I feel like it would be a waste to come up with an entirely new OC now. So, you know, that was just one alternate reality in which we were the worst. But we're sticking through it. And was it I don't mind stealing as well? Because I feel like that's also probably not great. I would say just be nicer to the assholes in town because it's also about... Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's fair, that's fair. Oh wait, I feel like this one doesn't matter, right? I can find all the right ones. I mean, I'm sure, like... It was Trent's bad dream. Okay, yeah, there you go. Also that one, yeah. Oh, okay, wait, go back. Go back.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Sorry. We'll just be nicer on average. We got it, don't worry. Blackberry was what got us the bad ending. That had to be it. Oh no, they all matter. Okay, well, give me 1 second. Let me start from the top. Honestly, that's good. Like, it should be like all or nothing, basically, because like, you can't just be an asshole once or twice and then get a good ending with Miri. Especially since Miri's always a good person. Never take something I didn't need. It's hard to travel as I do, and there have been times I've done out of necessity. These books could be life-changing. I could learn so much from them. But what happened to the wizard who used to live here? I wouldn't want to take their belongings if they ever come back. I look around the dilapidated state of the tower and figure it's unlikely they're ever going to return. I don't stick around in one place. You can choose 1 or 2 wrong ones, but some are weighted more. Yeah, that makes sense. Like destroying the soot sprites. And the blackberry choice, of course, yes. I don't mind. Just keep it. Leave them be. Mary crouches down and reaches out their hand. One runs up their fingers, leaving their hand covered in ash. When it hops down, they wipe their hands clean with a cleaning rag.
Just leave them be. Is a little suit that much of a problem?
Well, it was once before. I suppose not. The elementals squeak and settle in the fireplace.
There's plenty of firewood around here. I'll bring some by tomorrow.
Thank you, Miri. We'll save like the 1 or 2 not so good ones. Damn it, I can't be mean to the old lady. The real the real sadness. The bad timeline. I wouldn't mind taking care of a cat. And do too. No. Just calm down. It's not gonna hurt. I'm not here to hurt you. I attempt to soothe him and it seems to work. His shoulders relax and he allows me to do my spell. Dwight him off. The bad timeline. It's good to get the bad ending at least once anyway. The fireplace crackles and plumes of smoke rise from the chimney. Within the little soot sprites spring out. Aww! One looks at Mary with its big eyes and they manage to smile and wave at it. Oh! I look at them expectantly and they sigh.
When I lived in the city, I was completely alone.
That was a nice little detail that we didn't see because we were an evil monster. I could never... Ma'am, I could never cause anyone harm, except when I did. I take a calming breath in. Ma'am, listen, I know you're distressed for your grandson. When did these nightmares start? Well, he's had them sporadically for years, but since you came around, it's been every other night. I told him about the dreadful wizard who moved in and he's been terrified. And you don't think it's your tall tales that are causing him to be scared? I wouldn't do that to anyone, nor do I have the capability to do so. I've been helping people around town. It's what I do. Her arms are crossed tight. She's still tense, but her anger is soothed as she speaks in an even tone. Endorphin. Do such a cute name. Thank you. If I ever get another cat, I'll keep it in consideration. The diamond hates other cats. Make a Masudin enchanting tea. And then for the actual good end. Except those shit sprites, fuck them. It's frustrating, but I set it aside for now. I'm not getting anywhere tonight. I wake later than usual, sunlight streaming in through the window. I pry it open to get some fresh air. The spring breeze is scented like the wild... Let me say, though, that bed end was, like, really good. Like, I felt like it was really, like, well done. Like, it didn't feel like an after choice or anything like that. Because, I mean, if you're somebody who's not even really gelling to Miri at all and you make those other choices, then it's like, yeah, that's exactly the kind of end that you want anyway. You know what I mean? So good work. The spring breeze is scented like the wildflowers growing in the garden. It feels nice, and I take a deep breath. Miri is coming up along the road, carrying a little basket. I wave to them, and they glance up, startled for a second before they wave back.
Are you going to let your hair down and pull me up? That'd be more fun than taking the stairs.
Yeah, Gus. I laugh and reach out to cast a spell. Magic swirls around Miri, and they gasp as they're drawn towards the window. They're laughing, too, clutching the basket.
Don't drop me now.
It just drops. Never. I help them through the window, and they brush themselves off. Once they land safely, they hold out the basket. It's lined with the soft
Baked
cloth.
you a new loaf of bread. Sourdough this time.
Hey, I love sourdough. You have no idea how much I appreciate you.
It was some of an idea when you talk like that.
She said it. They said it. Dew pads over and rubs between their legs. They sit on the floor to get him and give him sweet words. I take the basket. It smells amazing, and set it aside for later. No, I need you to know. I've been traveling for so long, never stopping anywhere long enough to form a connection. You made such a difference. You open your heart to a stranger just to give them a chance at happiness, and I'm grateful.
And you've given me someone to share things with. My bakings and my jokes, they're still all new to you. When you look at me, you don't see who I used to be or have preconceptions. Honestly, it's just been nice to speak with someone who doesn't throw in a snide comment about me living in the city or crawling back home.
Yeah, I can only imagine. They let out a sigh.
I'm grateful to you.
They sit beside me on the bed and stare up at the open window. The hair blows in the breeze, and they swipe the strands out of their face.
I'm glad that of all the places the road could have taken you, it came to Littlewick. So that we got to meet. I was stuck in a rut for a long time after I moved back home, and it's like you opened the curtains and let the light back in.
That's so nice. I've grown to care for you. Imagine if we just friend-zoned them at the very last second. It's like, yeah, friend. I reach out and take their hand. They turn pink at the contact. Their hand's very warm in mine.
Maybe it's fate. Do you believe in fate?
Sure. I'm a wizard. We make our destiny. Yes, the road led me to you, but only through your kindness did we meet. That was your choice. Aw, that's such a good line. They hum, interlocking our fingers and squeezing my hand.
I don't overstep in case I've misread your affections.
I care for you, Miri. More than I thought I would. I never thought around long enough to connect with someone, but this has been different. You're different, with how much care you've shown. At the final moment, friends. I only hope you realize that I care for you in the same way. I might not be able to offer you all that you've done for me, but I hope to have given you some comfort. They're quiet for a moment, and then they pull me into a tight hug, their chin resting on my shoulder. I tense only for a second. I'm not used to physical contact. Mary pulls away and cups my face with both hands, their eyes shining.
I'd like to kiss you. Is that okay?
Chet's, like, immediately melts. It just turns into fucking... I nod and they beam, leaning in. They kiss me ever so gently. They taste like strawberries and they smile the entire time. As we pull back, they duck their head with a quiet laugh.
I'm so glad I didn't misread that. You have been flirting with me.
Yeah, I did do that. They laugh in earnest and nudge my ribs with their elbow.
Fate or not, I'm pretty lucky you came into my life. It's been kind of lonely. All my friends I grew up with are here, but things are just different between us. Ever since I came back.
He
I
does.
don't know how to make it better.
Have you talked to them about everything you went through? They shake their head.
I'm embarrassed. They all told me I couldn't do it, and I hate that they were right.
But it wasn't you! They should have been there to support you instead of calling you down. Exactly. That too.
Maybe they were just being honest and were trying to stop me from getting hurt.
No, better to have tried and failed than to never have tried at all. Yeah, exactly. See, all this is telling me is that me and Miri really deserve to be together, not Trent and Miri, but you know, I don't like playing as myself. Thank goodness Miri could pick up on Trent's absolutely terrible flirtation. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I am. They lean in and kiss me on the cheek.
That's what I love about you. You're a good friend, too.
They slip their hand into mine.
I
Move
won't
over,
lie.
Trent.
I've missed how things used to be, and maybe we can never get that back, but then we'll figure out how to build a future. It'd be nice to have someone by my side. Are you sure you never want to come into Little Wick? I won't pressure you, but if you ever did, I'd love to show you around. There's this cute little market I could take you to. You could come around for dinner.
Like a date?
Yeah, like a date. Someone's got to show you a good time.
Yeah, since we're so bad at it. Good job, sport. Flirt. Not good job, sport. I contemplate that for a bit. I've met a handful of people here, some crotchety, others warm. I glance over, seeing my half-finished blanket. Maybe sometime.
There's no rush. Just know the offer is always open, okay? You've given me access to your home. It's only fair I do the same.
You're the one who's made it home. Oh, that's so true, though. Not a fucking lie detected. This place would suck if Miri
We're a
wasn't
team.
here. Oh, wait. They press their forehead against mine and I kiss them
We're
again.
a team. A team who gets to kiss each other now.
That's true. Kiss team. They laugh and I pull them into another hug as we fall back on the bed. They curl up against me. We stare up at the ceiling. The sweet spring breeze blows through. We stay there in contentment for a while before they sneak one more kiss on the corner of my mouth and get
I'll
up.
let you get back to whatever it is you were doing.
Reading.
Reading, probably.
Yep.
Reading anything good?
Nope. They pick up the arcane tome and flip through the pages. They wince as the magical text flares up.
Ugh, heavy stuff.
I haven't been able to crack it.
You'll figure it out, you brilliant wizard, you.
They grin and hand back the book. They take a look out the window.
I'll take the stairs back down.
With a wink, they wave goodbye. I'm left to my reading with a basket of bread for breakfast. I'm up late working on this accident tome again. I can almost hear Miri's voice telling me to sleep. I set it beside me on the bed and trace my finger against the runes. Dew jumps in bed with me and nuzzles my face. I stroke his head and cover a yawn. Ready for bed? He stands on the top of the book and tilts his head. I frown and sit up. His eyes are gleaming and I'm blinking like he's trying to tell me something. What is it? Do you know how to read this book? It would be a silly question to any other cat, but not to this familiar. He meows and leaps up over the bedside table. He lands right next to the other mystery I've driven myself crazy over, the locket. I hold it up, the candlelight flickering against it. Can you open this? I think for a moment before starting to chant an incantation. I create a binding thread that tethers them to the locket, drawing from his magical signature. Miri fixed him! He waits patiently, licking his... If anybody could do it, Miri could. I release the spell and magic swirls around the locket. It comes undone and I pry it open. I hold it with both hands. There's a tiny glowing green orb. It spins rapidly inside, a bead of magical energy. Is this for me? I look up at Dew again and he blinks big green eyes at me. I take that as a yes. I reach out and carefully touch it. It starts to vibrate, spinning faster before shooting up my arm. I feel warmth wash over me, like I've sunk into a bath. Oh, that's different! It was like... It hurt us before. I take a deep breath in and release it. Potential energy gathers at the tips of my fingers. Within the locket, there's a small portrait, an old woman with Dew on her lap. They look very happy. I turn the portrait to face him. Do you miss her? Why did she leave? He meows again and leaps over. He rubs against my hand, then sits beside the tome. I begin to flip through the pages. The runes start to glow. Responding to my touch, I turn my fingers across the pages, and the arcane language shifts and twists, turning to words and text. My eyes widen and I ravenously scour all the pages, absorbing as much information as I can. I'm wide awake now, invested in cracking this book. This isn't any old book, it's her spell book. Now decoded, I find notes about spells and potions and anything I could ever need. It's heavy and complex stuff and uses techniques I've never heard of. I flip right to the end and see several blank pages. I try to use this new spell, tracing my hand across the parchment, but nothing happens. I turn the pages until the latest entry. The last thing recorded speaks of an ancient wellspring deep within a dark forest. If one drinks from the water, one could gain vast amounts of knowledge. She writes about planning to leave the tower to find it, ready to leave everything behind. What need would she have for books and notes if everything can be contained in her mind alone? She refers to another tone within the tower, and I practically fly down the stairs to retrieve it. It's another of the books I haven't been able to translate, and I use the spell to understand it. I find the passage in the pool and start to write down all the myths and legends surrounding it. If I could find this for myself, this would have made all this time here worth it. I knew that if I looked hard enough, I'd find something of value in this old tower. I flip through her spellbook again and see another note at the bottom of the page. I've always believed knowledge is meant to be shared. If you are reading this, the tower's guardian must have deemed you worthy of knowing what I do now. The tower was my home for so long, and it breaks my heart to leave, but the roads call to new adventures and wisdom and power beyond belief. The words glimmer with magic before vanishing off the page. I reach out for Dew and pet him. He purrs and curls beside me. Thank you. This is just what I was looking for. This is perfect. I can find this power, pass through all the dangers to get there, and drink from the spring. I ramble out loud and stroke his ears. He flicks his tail against my arm. That's why she left you here, huh? I guess I could take you with me. Mary promised to look after you. I trail off with this. There's no reason to stay in the tower any longer. I've read every book I need to. I found this ancient magical secret. Now on to better and brighter things. I don't need to be stuck beside some small town. I had promised Mary to stay until the end of the season, but can I wait any longer? All my life has searched for knowledge and magic to grow my power. Now an opportunity has been handed to me on a silver platter. I close the book and set it back on the bedside table. I crawl beneath the covers and stare up at the bed frame, a soft curtain draped above me. The cat curls up at my feet, always liking to be pressed against me while sleeping. I reflect on the time I've spent in the tower. We've worked so hard to make it beautiful again, but now it serves no purpose, right? Not anymore. I think about Mary. I feel warm just thinking about what we've shared. I've grown fond of them. They have been a huge part of my life since I came here. They made sure I lived in comfort, that I was well fed, that I was happy. Yeah, literally. They're still a dear friend, even if our feelings have evolved past that. Am I ready to leave them? No. The thought troubles me, and I pull the covers tighter. I'll figure it out in the morning. For now, I let sleep take me. The next morning, I gather up a few belongings I brought with me. I'll leave everything from the tower behind. I won't have room to take it with me. I eat breakfast and gaze out the window to the road ahead. Dew jumps on the table and nuzzles against my hand until I pet him. He's been even more needy and affectionate lately. I've left hundreds of places behind. Why should this be any different? He chirps up at me and snuggles into my lap. I sigh and pet his ears. Maybe it would be better to just go. Don't say goodbye, just leave. Don't draw out the pain. That plan is immediately foiled when I see a figure coming up the road. Mary knocks on the door. I flick a wrist, opening it with magic. They blink, startled as the wooden door crashes against the frame as it swung open.
Giving me a grand entrance, huh?
Yeah, they shake their head with a laugh. They grab my hand and brush their lips against it in a soft kiss. Damn, okay!
Hey, what's going on?
Their expression falls when they notice the glum look on my face and they pull up on the
You
chair.
okay?
I found something in that ancient tome.
That's incredible. I know you've been trying to crack it. What did it say?
There's this place far from here, in a deep and dangerous woods, a pool of knowledge. Whoever drinks from it gains power beyond reckoning. The wizard who used to live here left to find it, and she left a trail for others to follow in her footsteps.
It's perfect. That's what you wanted, right?
But they glance down.
Oh. Does this mean you're not leaving right now, are you?
I've used up everything in the tower. I've read all the most important books. I stayed here because I thought I could find something to help me become a better wizard, and now I have. The unspoken part is the loudest. What's keeping me here now? I told you I wasn't staying here forever.
I thought we had at least until the end of spring, or maybe...
They shake their
I
head.
guess it's just wishful thinking, huh?
I've already started to pack. I didn't want this to hurt. I just wanted to go. I should never have grown attached. I knew the life I lead. I'm made for the road, Mary.
Why do you have to be? You're just bound to this life forever? That's not how things work. Your life is in your hands. You can live the life that you want. Will you come back?
The point is to move on to better and new things, to learn all I can. Mary nods and swallows
And
thickly.
if I asked you to stay, would you?
Yeah.
If I told you how much you mean to me? That you're the first person in so long that I've opened my heart to, and to lose you would be... Please don't go. I know that's selfish, but I'd hate myself if I didn't ask.
Oh. I wring my hands together and look down at my lap. Listen, I've been struggling with this too.
Isn't it lonely being all alone on the road? I know loneliness. I've been lonely in a town full of people. You've helped ease that, and I hope that I've helped you in the same way.
Then come with me. Their eyes widen in shock. We can go together, and we won't be lonely because we have each other. Silence hangs in the air between us. And then they shake their head.
No, that's not my life. All of that travel, it's not me. I want something permanent. Home. And yes, it's been hard in Little Wick, but That just means I have to make it better. And I'm willing to try, but I'm not gonna run away. I'm just not built for danger or adventure. Sorry.
This is what I do, Mary. I find new knowledge and make myself better and more powerful. It's what I've done here. If I found this spring and drank from the waters of knowledge, I'd be unstoppable. I would be that wizard from the stories, raining fire from the sky or anything I wish to do, not just using silly tricks as I do now.
Those silly tricks have helped a lot of people in town. Why would you want power like that?
That's a great question.
When I dreamed of my life in the city, I thought about my little bakery expanding into a massive operation, having different stores across the kingdom. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted to make people happy with my baking. Not everyone needs to reach their full power. Sometimes all they need is to be a kind person and a good friend. That's what I've tried to be.
Aww. I'm leaving. It's like, no! I'll stay. Fuck that life. That sounds lame as hell. I observe their words as they wipe away tears. Deuce sits on my lap, purring as I scratch his ears. You really think I should stay?
I want you to be happy. And if leaving will help you find that path, then I have no right to keep you from that. But I think you can be happy here too. I hope you could be happy with life with me.
They shut their eyes and take a deep breath. The tension is thick in the air, weighing heavy on my shoulders. Am I ready to be on the road again? To face peril and danger to travel to such a place? You're right. It is lonely. It's been terribly lonely. But you've made it better. I've never had a home. Never had someplace permanent to come back to each night. And I thought I would hate it. I thought the road would be calling to me every day, but it hasn't. I've enjoyed this kind of life. Yes, this magical spring would grant me what I've been searching for, and I won't give up on that dream, but I know what kind of power does to you, and it changes you. I have years upon years to go. I'm tired of this endless journey of never staying in one place to build a life. I already have this knowledge, and when I'm ready, I'll seek it out. When I'm ready to be changed forever. But not today. Today I'm happy right where I am. I take their hands and pull them close. They fling their arms around me, and I kiss them. I can't leave you behind, now can I? They hold me tight like I vanish into mist if they let go. I do like this too, because in Seasided it was like they all decided to leave together, and that was like because they all wanted to do it. So this one is like we all just want to stay home. You know, this one's for the homebodies. Ow! I hurt my elbow. You know, which I can relate to as a homebody. They let out a relieved laugh.
Saying? I just don't want you to give up on things because of me.
Nah, it'll be okay. I'm not giving up. I'm just pivoting. There's no rush. I've put this pressure on myself to have everything figured out, to move on to the next thing as fast as I can. But I'll stay and take a break, and I think there's more for me to learn. Not magic-wise, but about life. They smile, a little lost for words.
I wasn't ready to lose you.
Neither was I. I think for now you're right. I just wanted to be a good friend. They hug me tightly, and neither of us let go for a long time. The stay-home time. A couple of days later, Mary invites me out.
I know you don't like leaving your tower, but if you're gonna stay, why don't we head to the market together? I could show you around. People could thank you in person. And they could see you're not some scary hag who's spying on us with a crystal ball. You're not doing that, right?
Not yet. I'm not. I laugh and shake my head. I'm nervous.
I'll be right by your side. But I won't push you if you're not ready.
They take my hand and squeeze it, and I lean in to kiss their cheek. I think I'm ready. They lead the way, and we head down the road together. I lock the front door and wave goodbye to Do. He meows
We'll
at
be
us.
back.
Bye, Do. They wave at him and adieu, Do, and lead me into Littlewick. Ah, it's a cheery little place. The people are in soft clothing, and there are humble houses scattered around. Chimneys blow gray smoke, which is swept away on the breeze. Mary takes me to a farmer's market where local producers and artisans sell their goods. We head to the first stall where a portly man glances up and beams. Ah, Mary, good to see you. Here for your regular order? They hum in assent, and he hands them a large basket with a few sacks of flour. Mary thanks him and hands him a few coins. Now who's your friend here? Oh, you must be that wizard. Heard lots about you from old man Edmund. His hands are doing great. Don't you make more of that stuff? My wife has the same problem. I can make another batch? Wonderful. What would I owe you for it? Nothing. I don't mind helping. I glance at Miri out of the corner of my eye. You could give them a discount on their next order. They elbow me.
He's sweet, but you don't have to do that.
Nonsense. I'd be glad to. He leans in to whisper. I don't know what this voice is. I'm real glad Miri's got someone like you in their life. Haven't seen them this happy in a long time. Hey, see? Miri's eyes pulling a strand of hair out of their eyes. I'm a lot happier too. Good to hear. We wave us off and we continue on our way. He was nice.
He always has been. Sometimes it's hard to realize how much people care for you.
Yeah. We wander through the market, several people glancing our way. I'm feeling overwhelmed, but Miri sticks close to my side and offers me some comfort. Oh, Miri! Oh, it's Abaya! A middle-aged woman waves at us and brightens when she sees me. You must be Trent. Miri told me all about you. Thank you so much for that little potion. The soil has been growing perfectly. She gestures to the flower stall she's working at. I'm happy to help, and thank you for all the knitting materials. I've been trying to pick up the craft. Why don't you come over sometime? The kids have been asking to meet the wizard. I could show you a thing or two. While it makes me nervous, her warm smile puts me at ease. I'd like that, thanks. Of course, hon. She smiles at Miri. Look at you. You've got quite the catch, Hardly. It was a lot of work to get to this point. If they're a catch now, it's only because Miri has made them this way. Miri laughs, turning a little pink.
I'm pretty lucky.
Not really. It's us that are lucky. It really is. Miri beams at me. Here, take these. She hands me a bouquet of flowers. They're white and pink with golden centers. They smell sweet like springtime. On the house. I take them gratefully and put them in a basket. I tuck one of the flowers behind Miri's ear. Oh, I sneak a kiss on their cheek beyond caring if people are watching. They buy some fresh fruit and a little carton of eggs and buy us both glasses of lemonade. Oh my gosh. Flowers, lemonade, this is exactly for me. Holy shit. Enjoy as we take a seat. As we're resting our legs, Oakley walks by. Oh, hey, you two. They offer a crooked smile and look a lot better than they did. A weight that has been lifted. Feral, wild dog. Okay, the way that I viewed it is like, like flour doesn't taste good on its own, You gotta make it into something good. That was us. We were the flour. We had to be made into something else. Like, we were the seed. We had to be grown. We were the yarn. We had to be woven. You know what I mean? Like, we're not good on our own. We're only good when somebody, makes us good. That's Trent, man. Got a lot of shopping to do for tonight.
What's the occasion?
Date night. They wink and go about their business. Mary smiles fondly after them.
They're learning to move on.
Yeah. Littlewick is a small town, and it feels like everyone is at the market today. I can feel eyes on me and hear whispers. It's never unusual, but there are no sneers or glares, just curiosity, maybe apprehension, but everyone seems friendly. Wait, that's such a good metaphor. They're big. Yeah! You know what? Trent's kind of grown on me a little bit, but if they have, it's only because Miri made them into a better person. But, in real life, love makes you better. Wow. We really did learn something today. How is Tavin's leg?
Healing up nicely. He needed some rest, though he's been banned from going on patrols. So he's been sulking.
Granny Winnie is buying blueberry. Who cares about Granny Winnie? When she glances up to see us, she squints at me. Barley hasn't had any more nightmares. I'm glad to hear it. She sucks on her teeth. He wants to visit you again and see all your magic tricks. If I send him your way, I want him back in one piece, you hear? He'd be safe and sound. She huffs but eventually concedes. She wishes us both a good day and looks at Miri, her eyes softening ever so slightly.
Oh, that's a glowing review. We should get the town to write these out and post them on your door to attract new people in. Didn't turn my grandson into a frog. 5 stars.
I mean, we need a Yelp. He has grown up to be like mold on bread.
You could run a little shop out of that tower.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
What, the reviews?
Not that. The shop. I could practice my trade like I did while I was traveling, but have somewhere permanent where people from all over could go.
You're the nice wizard from all the fairy tales.
You know, what else we could run out of the tower? A bakery! Yeah, I grin at them. A bakery! They stop, eyes widening.
You want me to?
Yeah! They sputter for a moment before they grab my hand.
I could have a bakery again?
Yeah! It might not be what you thought your dream would be, but something else. A type of compromise that turns out to be even better. They fling their arms around me and all the basket contents go flying, oh gosh. But I cast a spell to freeze them midair.
That sounds amazing, thank you.
They hold me tight and kiss me. I mean, it's the least we could do.
I never thought I'd have another chance, but with you, I like that.
Hey, they're reaping what they've sown. They have sown so much, so they might as well get a fucking bakery out of it. I could be your product tester. Make sure they're up to standard. You wouldn't know
You'll
shit.
be first to try them all.
Yeah, that's good. We spend the rest of the day in the market, and Mary is glowing. People may still be fearful of me, but in time they'll understand I mean no harm. People might not like me, but they'll realize I'm actually okay. And I can't help but notice that people's eyes light up as Mary talks excitingly about the bakery idea, and they all give words of support. Maybe the town just wasn't ready to let them go like I wasn't. In this little tower that we've made into a home, we built something new. I sell potions and mixtures and bombs, casting spells and giving advice, rarely for coin, usually for trade, help, or anything they can offer in return. It's good work. I'm always well fed and have somewhere comfortable to sleep. Mary comes by nearly every day, working in the kitchen and selling baked goods out of the window. They teach me to so I can help, and I enchant a few. Some prefer a biscuit over a potion. I fall a little more in love every day. Eventually, Mary moves in with me, and this tower becomes our home. Neither of us will ever be lonely again. Dio enjoys them being around, and all three of us have a life together, where the air always smells like baking and flowers. But I am no longer a lowly hedge mage. Wandering aimlessly in the world. I have a home and people who care for me, and I care for them in return. This may not be the life I have always dreamed of, but something else, a compromise that turns out to be even better. Most of all, I'm happy. Ah, home is where the heart is. Exactly. Mary has worked so hard on Trent. They get a bakery, a cat, a husband, and a cute home. You know what? And that... Okay. I know this is weird. I do feel bad for kind of making, like, sort of a shitty character at first, but I think, like, because at first it was like, oh, that's just kind of a funny concept. And then Mary's just so fucking nice the whole time. And so it kind of just wrote itself, and there is something kind of endearing about having a not so, like, likable character, like, as your main character, and then having such a likable love interest, you know what I mean? Like... Because Trent was kind of the worst at times, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was my own interpretation of the character or something, but, because I don't think you wrote the character to just be an asshole, but I don't know, it really suited. It was a nice, like, change. I really like this game. This game felt so, like, polished, so thorough. Like, there's something really lovely about it. It's much better than I was even expecting it to be, which I was already expecting it to be good, so... Because the MC is kind of an asshole anyway. Yeah, it's really nice. They really are grumpy and sunshine, and that's so sweet. Oh, I'm happy for them. I'm mainly happy for Mary. I'm glad Mary got what they wanted out of all this. You know, it didn't... Trent needs to compromise. The MC is definitely standoffish. Oh yeah, for sure. I think I just maybe just the way that I voiced some of the lines made them even more, like, unlikable than they probably normally would be. But I don't know, it added something. It was something really interesting. I had a good time. And it was just such a solid project, like, genuinely. I think this one and Seaside Inn really speak to me the most. There's something about just the slice of life shit that always speaks to me, and I like the messages behind them. Like, the message of this one was really, like, good, and, like, obviously it could very easily be translated into the real world and stuff of people leaving their small towns, but then realizing that staying in their small town isn't necessarily a bad thing either. It's just about what works for you, and that's really nice, especially as somebody who lives in a small town that they've lived in for way too fucking long and has a desire to leave one day, so it was actually really hitting close to home, you know. But it doesn't really matter where I am, you know, as long as I'm around people that I really care about and doing what I want to do. Which, I don't know, it was really nice. It was something I needed. Thank you so much. And I made it for Blossom Jam last year. Yeah, I did see that. I was like, damn, released around the same time as TNT. That's awesome. It's perfect for that. It's just, I'm gonna enjoy all the Blossom Jam entries this year too, because, I mean, come on. Flowers for Joy. Duh. Fucking duh. I mean, I think the only thing that's holding this back is me making Trent. I think everything else, which it was nothing related to the project at all. It was just me accidentally enforcing a dumbass character on it. Whoops. It's okay. But it was a good time. Yeah, it's my special little game. It is very special. I enjoyed it very, very much. And you should definitely be proud of it. And your voice acting performance was really good. You added so much more, like, Mary was already likable, but you made her even more likable. Like, made them even more likable. So, I'm really excited. I'm always sad when I can't participate. See, okay, here's the sad part, right? So, I am making a, like, floral-themed Rectifier side game, right? But I will not be able to finish it in time for Blossom Jam. And I was like, God! No, but the bad ending is good to unlock. It adds new context. It really did, and I really liked it. I think this is one of the first ones where I was like, the bad ending felt very suiting for my fucking character, to the point where like almost the good ending didn't feel that suiting. But, hey, if Trent was just like, I don't know, I feel like it could be explained away pretty good. It was just interesting. I enjoyed voice acting. You should definitely do more of it if you ever get the chance to. Like, if it's something you want to do, because I think you'd definitely be good for other games as well. Like, no doubt. And you could always use this as a reference, like, hey, got a glowing review right here. Oof. That was a good time. That was a really good time. And now I'm sad, because I gotta wait for the next Gray game. Damn. And then Our Wonderland's gonna be coming to an end, and I can't take it, man. Why do things gotta end? It's just a good time. It felt very cozy. I love the backgrounds in this game. I think these were like my favorite backgrounds in all the games, like, because they're just so pretty and bright and like pastel and cottagecore, and like you said, it's just so good. And the shock, I didn't know what the story was going to be. I think even if I looked it up, I wouldn't have I don't know. It was much different from how I was expecting it to be. So it felt a lot more homey. Thank you so much for... It's no problem. It's no problem at all. You're entering your next era. I know. I'm stronger now. It felt good. I'm so glad, that's why I enjoy streaming, because it gave me the opportunity to play games that I just haven't on my own. It was so cute. Miri was such a good character. Yeah, Miri was the best character. Like, too good for us. Too good for anybody, really. Honestly. But when you put in the grumpy sunshine context, I think it helps a lot too. Which, I've done myself. I wonder if people react to Chris in a similar way that I reacted to Trent. They'd be justified in feeling so, to be honest. Because, like, he could be a lot sometimes, But I felt like it was nice to have a more complex MC. Even one that you're, like, kind of stepping in. That was really interesting. Just like a cozy slice of life, sweet cottagecore time. We love it. We love to see it. Tower core time. I cannot, and I don't know. It was good. I'll have to definitely sit on it for a lot more. OMG, wait, Trent and Mira are too sweet by Hosier. I'm gonna have to, at some point, get Trent made. Have to see his stupid little face, but I want to see it. I want to fucking see him. I want to see which face it should be punching. And he better be hot, because otherwise, all this, Miri, wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it. But... It was funny, though, because it's like, if I just played as myself and I wasn't playing a character, I could have easily gotten that good end. It would have been me and Miri were, like, written in the stars. That's all I'm saying. But, wasn't meant to be. I just can't play as myself, man. It makes me want to die. I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. It's like, oh, God, it grates in my skin. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, let me get my stuff together. Not this. Go away. Okay, my schedule. So, I will not be Wait. No, I will be streaming tomorrow. Bro. Not this being in the wrong place. My bad. Whoops. I meant to put Carnival of Shadows tomorrow. So I will be streaming tomorrow morning, not Sunday morning. Though I might also stream Sunday, but I'm not going to say of what quite yet, because I'm still trying to figure it out. Next week is going to be pretty chaotic in terms of streams. I feel like I might actually stream a couple more days, because I want to get caught up on games, and I don't know what I'm going to get hired at, because I had a job interview not too long ago. So I want to get these out of the way before I might not have the chance to do so. So next week is going to be pretty busy in terms of a stream schedule. I don't have anything set in stone, but I do have ideas of what I want to do, so we'll just leave it at that. But you'll know when I know. Just follow me on Twitter. You guys already do. Just keep an eye out. You'll see. But yes, more Carnival of Shadows tomorrow. We're playing Lark's Route, and I think they're supposed to be updating the game, like, gosh, very, very soon with the voice acting. So we might actually have some voice acting in there, which would be really nice. But other than that, I'm pretty tired. I'm ready to lay down and chill. Thank you so much for making all your games great. I had a blast with all of them, and I hope that me streaming them only was more fun rather than, you know, the other. I had a great time through all of them. I really, really did. And I'll be thinking about them for a long time. And all my OCs that I made and stuff, it's just, I'm going to miss them. But once, you know, every time you come up with a new game, I'll be playing it, so don't worry. Other than that, same old, same old. You guys have a good night, good time zone, and we'll be talking more. Come by in the morning tomorrow when I stream. Not me forgetting how to like exit my own streams. It's okay. That's all I had to say about that. You guys have a good night. Bye bye.